my peopleizations because we got a few interesting things that arose and that are developing in the sport of boxing. You have Gervonta Tank Davis has options. The WBA is saying that part of the reason they made the move to get rid of some of the belts is to have Gervonta Tank Davis face off against Josh Taylor or Teofimo Lopez. This is what the WBA is saying, right? Hard Body J Timo, my brother. Mike Smalls RPT, Ligero Pasado Boxing. Ligero Pasado Boxing, I'm going to rent you up because I like you. Will Smith, Kashif Dixon, Stephen Lamontis Hawking around the world, Via Ferreira, Marshawn Carr, Chris Smith, Chaz 313, Gavin Washington, Dondrell Richardson, Antonio Epps, Jafari Caesar, Age Fazell, King Jr., Buck 50, Chosen One, Gene Clement, Malik Rain, Eye of the Tiger, Tony Montgomery, Brandon Hill Sr., John Doe, Stephen Taylor, Lou Peterson, Harry Jones Jr., P. Moore, Old School Boxing Talk, Lecce Puma Skill, Travis Touchdown, Super Bros X, Chris Leggett, Xavier Moses, my brother, Lawrence Harris, Mean One, let me wrench you up. Man, you've been here too long and not have a wrench. Julian Leathersman, what's going on? Lee Said So, Mr. Sandman 1025, Dashiki Jones, my brother Marcus Golden in the super chat. He said Tank knocks them both out. Appreciate you, great brother. Chase Stewart, Troy Archer, Gavin Washington, Demetrius Hall. We got 215 people. Let's get 215 likes. Darnell Galat, Fred Robinson, Philip D. Redding. What's going on? Desi Bryant, Mike Wilson, Splash Master 03, Stephen Taylor, Jesse R., Robert Singleton, Mike, Dub CPB, aka Brandon, Call Me Legendary, Richard Pedagano, Boxing MMA 365, Yusuf Jafar, Dwayne Moore, Henry King, Damon Willie, Stash Lomain, Demetrius Bright, my brother, Quan Ben on Network, Just a Blogger, Jovan Howell, PMD 8530, Brian Powers, what's going on? Lee said it. I'm gonna wrench you up too, man, because I like you too. We got 250 people. Get the likes of 250. Bobo, Chris Ledger, what's going on? Keith Monselli, my brother in the super chat. He says, salute to you, great brother. The great King Thomas Nolia, Reginald Gregoria, what's going on? John Doe, Kenneth Pinkney. We got 250 people. Get the likes of 250. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell as you walk in my house. Smash the like button. Q Lee, Izuzu, Jim Diamond, Darlin James, DVT Gang, Bro Unique. What's going on, great brother? James Galbraith, TDLLC, G Code, my brother, Jay Davis, Kendrick Rouse, Money in the Ghetto, D Master 9, Demetrius Hogg, what's going on? Salah Udine, Hunchy Two Time, Henry King, Gavin Washington, Cortez Bowles, what's going on? Connor Bonner, what's going on? Sterling Scruggs, what's going on? Oak Park Boxing, where you been at? Chevelle Solomon, what's going on? Coach Show Drive Race Board, Chantel Hill, what's going on? Bezzy PG, what's going on? Coach Show Drive Race Board, I was watching the show yesterday. I thought about you yesterday. I'm watching the show last night, football show, and they talking about Drive Race Board. And I'm like, man, Coach Show Drive Race Board. Then I'm like, my wife's like, who's Coach Show Drive Race Board? Leo Vince Smoke, what's going on? Tone Montana, what's going on? Andre Thomas, what's going on? Adrian Dones, what's going on? I'm like, man, that's one of the family members. Devin Hills, Willis, what's going on? So let me get into this real quick. Ryan Taylor, what's going on? Chantel Hill, what's going on? I sure did. I'm like, man, Coach Show Drive Race Board. She's like, who's that? I'm like, man, that's one of the family members. Mr. DJ C92, EJ Love, what's going on? Yeah, man, I'm headed to San Francisco for the home opener. I'll be in San Francisco for the home opener. Headed to San Francisco. We got 250 people. Get the likes up. You see they playing with it again. Onion 77, what's going on? King Jr., what's going on? Yeah, we getting ready to get into this. Y'all better strap in. Y'all better strap in. Lil said it. What's going on, great brother in the super chat? Uncle Blue, how you feeling this evening? I'm feeling okay, man. I had another migraine today, man. It's still lingering right here, man. Emmanuel H, my brother. What's going on, great brother? Nelson Armstrong, what's going on? I still got this. David Lee, what's going on? Hey, Emmanuel, I should have the other channel, the basketball channel, everything. I'm trying to have everything done this weekend, bro. Kevin Lyles Sr., what's going on, great brother? Let me wrench you up, Kevin Lyles. There you go, my brother Kevin Lyles Sr. There you go, your wrench. Robert Montgomery, what's going on? So let's get into this. Yeah, I'm headed to San Francisco for the Packers game, home opener, Sunday night game. And I'm still going to be grinding as I'm out there. Number 9, Vito, Marcus Walls. Hey, Jose, what's going on? So anyway, now I wanted to discuss this. Listen, get the likes of 300. Smash the like button. Derek Dunlap, what's going on? We should have 300 likes right now. We got 300 people. Let's get 300 likes. Lawrence Harris Mean, what's going on? We should have, we got 300 people. We should have 300 likes. Sean and Light, what's going on? He said Chiefs fan since 1968. And you older than me, great brother. Savon Juice, what's going on? Black Preacher Man, boxing for fan, what's going on, great brother? Steve Austin, what's going on? Get the likes of 300, man. The real Dr. Hank McCoy, what's going on? Chef Kane, what's going on? So, now we got some interesting developments in the sport of boxing, right? Call me legendary, what's going on? We got some interesting, speaking of which, I got to get my jersey, my wife's jersey. Benjamin Irwin, what's going on? African Gene Dominance, what's going on? Jose 94, what's going on? Get the likes of 300. Exactly, man. Kevin Lyles Sr., man. That's all wisdom. Age is wisdom. So, especially if you use it right, if you use your time right. Smash the like button, get the likes of 300. Anthony Gross, what's going on? I used to like the Ravens until they beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. Now I'm no longer a Raven fan. They fall right in line with the Packers and the Cowboys for me, and the Seahawks now. Get the likes of 300, man. So, now let's talk about this. For one, Gervonta Tank Davis has options. Is he going to accept the fight with Josh Taylor? Gervonta Tank Davis just asked for an extension. Albert Doherty, what's going on? And they're claiming that that they're negotiating with an opponent coming up, right? And Miles Small, RPT, what's going on? Chosen One, I can't help it. You know, once they beat the Niners in the Super Bowl, everything else went out the window. I no longer like them. I just can't. Can't do it. Can't do it. Refuse to do it. And I won't do it. Can't like them. They fall right in line with the Cowboys, the Packers, and the Seahawks for me. Not so much the Chiefs. And the reason I don't feel like that for the Chiefs is because, the Chiefs have been going through it for quite some time. They've been in a drought. There's a lot going on with the Chiefs. I felt a certain kind of way, don't get me wrong, but not like I do with that whole situation with the Ravens. It didn't sit right with me. So anyway, Octavia, you lower, what's going on? So anyway, he has options. Now, they petitioned the WBA already now to ask the WBA to give them extension. Wait a minute, we got 400 people and we still don't have 300 likes. Now we have 430 people and we still don't have 300 likes. Get the likes to 400. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Get the likes up to 400. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 400. Boston Go, what's going on? Get the likes to 400. ASAP. Get the likes of 400. No slack 504. What's going on? Now, I'm going to raise a question. Strap your seatbelts in because there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to feel and like what I'm saying today. But y'all know my motto. I don't care. We deal with facts over feelings. Mr. Blue, what's going on? Ty in the Sky, Peace Bless, Queen. How you doing today? Y'all already know. WC Champ, what's going on? He said, just get to boxing talk. All right, WBC Champ, go sit him down. Sit him down. Sit him down. Don't block him, just sit him down. Sit him down. Don't tell me what to do. Sit him down now. I need y'all to sit him down. Thank you. Now, back to regularly scheduled programming. So, strap your seatbelt on because a lot of people are not going to like what I'm saying. Get the likes to 400 ASAP. So, now, the WBC the WBA, I mean, excuse me, WBC, IBF, and WBO is exempt for some reason, and we're gonna get into that, right? And what else? What's going on? And so now Gervonta Tank Davis, he has options. The WBA, they stated that he has to figure out what direction he's gonna go in, whether it's gonna be at 130, 135, and 140, right? And so Lauren Anderson, what's going on? And so now he has to make a decision. So now Gervonta Tank Davis has petitioned Leon Sterling, what's going on? He has petitioned WBA to give him an extension because his time is running out to make a decision. Shepard King, what's going on? Felix Rich, what's going on? His time is running out to make a decision. So he asked them for an extension so that way, you know, he can make up his mind. Essentially, he's negotiating for an opponent. Well, we know that opponent is not Teofimo Lopez because Teofimo Lopez, he has a fight coming up against George Kambosos Jr., his IBF mandatory. And we know that's not Josh Taylor, right? Because if it was Josh Taylor, it would be big news and it wouldn't be no secret, right? The streamer, what's going on? Flame 721, what's going on? So now the question remains. They continue to tell us Gervonta Tank Davis is a super mega star. Why not petition to fight the best opposition out there? Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't even need the title. He doesn't need the belt. Okay? Gervonta Tank Davis, dare I say, is bigger than the belts right now. Robert Jaramillo, what's going on? Rob Mazur, what's going on? Apollo, what's going on? Gervonta Tank Davis is above the belts, essentially. Floyd Mayweather is one that said, you don't need the belts, you can't eat the belts. It's about legacy and money, right? Okay, so let's get to legacy and money. Devin Haney is available, and that's another topic. Puerto African, what's going on? Trey Rob Eastside, Lloyd Mitchell, what's going on? Why is it okay for the boxing world to not put pressure on Ryan Garcia and not put pressure on Joseph Jojo Diaz to make the fight happen for themselves and Devin Haney? Thank you, babe boy. Appreciate it. Sylvester Solomon, 2011. What's going on, great brother? My son bring my stomach, man. This headache makes my stomach hurt. Dennis Ison, what's going on? Right. Box Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. So why is it okay, right, that everybody allow the boxing world should be putting so much pressure on Ryan Garcia and Joseph Jojo Diaz? It's not even funny. But because it's Devin Haney, right? And they okay with Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia, they labeled him already as the next biggest thing. Eric Salazar, Destin T, what's going on? They already labeled him as the next biggest thing. Trey Brown, what's going on? And so Ryan Garcia and Joseph Diaz are getting a pass for avoiding Devin Haney. They're getting a pass for avoiding Devin Haney. So now, right? MMB Memphis Beats, what's going on, great brother? Where you been at? Underground Solemn, Adrian Vett, what's going on? Savon Juice, what's going on? So now we have a situation. We got 600 people, and we still don't have 400 likes. We're not going to continue like that. I'm telling you now. June D, what's going on? Sin 50 Trade, Deuce, what's going on? Real Talk, Guard Your Grill, what's going on? We got 600 people, and we still don't even have 400 likes. Now the gap is growing. Keep up with the pace. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Keep up the pace. We should be no more, the gap shouldn't be no more than 20 people. Because we're going to have 20 detractors. So at least. So I accept that. But when it's 200, no. Get the likes up to 600. So anyway. Right? Now, Gervonta Tank Davis, he's bigger than the belts. Devin Haney is out there to make a fight happen with Devin Haney. Smash the like button. Support the channel. Support the grind. David Scott III, my brother. What's going on? 7 trillion. What's going on? Kenneth Howard. Dimitri Armstrong. Let me rent you up. Felix Mays. What's going on? So my thing is this. He said he's negotiating. It should be the biggest fight. If you're going to continue to feed the fans and tell us that he's a mega superstar, then you got to continue to feed us the biggest fights. Because, see, here's one thing, right? Errol Spence is out here trying to fight the absolute best fights that he could possibly make. And Errol Spence gets slighted when he gets an injury, and people saying, well, Errol Spence is avoiding Manny Pacquiao when he's trying to fight the absolute best fights that are available. With a detached retina, he's trying to fight the best fights out there. They're force-feeding us and telling us that Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis are mega massive superstars, but they're getting passes for fighting low-level opposition that Errol Spence doesn't get a pass for, that Terrence Crawford doesn't get a pass for. So now the WBA is giving them options. Josh Taylor said he would love to make the fight. Now, Josh Taylor has a mandatory too. Right? But Floyd Mayweather money is long, isn't it? He's a billionaire. His money is long. He can't come up with a number to get Josh Taylor's mandatory to step aside for a second. I'm sure he could. Lauren Anderson, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, smash the likes. Those dudes don't want to fight nobody. Smash the like button. Facts. Get the likes all the way up. So Floyd Mayweather is a billionaire. He's a billionaire, right? He'll spend $10 million on a watch. So spend $1 million and get Josh Taylor's opponent to step aside and make the biggest fight. One of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing that could be made between Gervonta Tank Davis and Josh Taylor for undisputed. Isn't that the biggest fight that Gervonta Tank Davis could possibly make right now? Get that fight. Take $1 million. I'm sure $1 million will get the job done to get Josh Taylor's opponent to step aside. Do business with Bob Arum. See, this is what happens. You have when I watch Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, I like to listen to them for other sports. But when they talking about boxing, they know not what they speak of. Demetrius Armstrong, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, let's get the likes up. Yeah, get the likes to 600 ASAP, right? So, but when they saying that Jake Paul has a chance and these people, listen, can I come off the street? Can y'all come off the street and people actually give you an opportunity or a chance to make noise in a respected professional sport? Y'all ain't hear me. MP Run It, what's going on? I respect Jake Paul and Logan Paul for taking the sport of boxing serious. AJ64, what's going on? I respect that. But can you actually come off the street? Remember, people laughed at Master P for trying to make it in the NBA. They laughed at Master P. And this dude was a good basketball player, but they laughed at him. Right? It was comical, right? 868, the box channel, what's going on? Nobody said he could actually make it in the NBA. Right? Can you come off the streets and just jump in the NFL and be like, Tim Tebow, just get this. Tim Tebow is a high profile athlete that played on a high level, was a Heisman Trophy winner, and won a national championship. And when he wanted to switch positions, he didn't enter a whole nother sport, but he wanted to switch positions. And everybody said, man, they trying to give this dude a job. Man, this Paul Rufflin's going on. They trying to give this dude a job. He can't, ain't no way he could do it. Ain't no way. But people could just step off, get up off out of their entertainment business and into the sport of boxing. Now, I'm not appalled to it. But the reason that they're able to do this at a high level, Lauren Anderson, my brother, back in the super chat, he said if Tank pulls that off, he is number 2 pound for pound for me. Smash the like button. I agree. But it's not, it shouldn't be wishful thinking. It should be reality. It shouldn't be wishful thinking. It should be reality. And the reason that people don't remember, let me tell you something. New World Era Music Group LLC, what's going on? Pardon me, people. The reason people don't remember that Sugar Ray Robinson and Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, they don't remember that they did these exhibition bouts with these crossover things, situations. The reason they don't remember it, let me tell you why they don't remember it. Because it wasn't glorified to the same level this is glorified. You understand? Number 3, what's going on? This is glorified on a whole different level. We got 700 people and we still don't have 600 likes. We got 700 people now and we still don't have 600 likes. Kenneth Howell, what's going on? Get the likes all the way up. Match them. So anyway, Arthur Reed, what's going on? So anyway, right? You don't remember because it wasn't glorified on this level. Now, there's one thing to have, it's one thing to have exhibitions and it's entertainment, no doubt. I'm not appalled to it. I'm just appalled to when people think that they can actually compete at the highest level in boxing. When you say he could do this, and the reason I'm talking about this is because of this. Jay Lynn, peace, bless, Queen. How you doing today? The reason that they're talking about it as such, right, is because we don't have the best fighting the best. That's why they're leaving the door open for this to happen, because the best are not fighting the best. If Tank Davis just beat Mario Barrios, Knockout Boxer 86 TV, what's going on? Let me rent you up, great brother. Go subscribe to my brother, Knockout Boxer 86 TV. Quincy Carter, what's going on? Because the best are not fighting the best. It should be a no-brainer that Gervonta Tank Davis, who's the biggest quote-unquote star at 140 now, after beating Mario Barrios, it should be a no-brainer that he's fighting Josh Taylor. That shouldn't be a no-brainer. Why is it a mystery? It shouldn't be a mystery. FSU, what's going on? There should be no mystery attached to this. Carter, what's going on? None whatsoever. There should be no mystery. Devin Haney has 2 dudes that became his mandatory. Primetime Talk TV, what's going on? They became his mandatory, and they're talking about fighting each other opposed to fighting him. He has to search for a fight? Why he can't get a fight? We have Jerron Boots Ennis, who's making a name for himself in the sport of boxing. Trey Brown, brother in the super chat, dropping that. Dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, for the hard work, fam, thanks for what you do. Hit the like button. I appreciate you, great brother. So we got Jerron Boots Ennis, who's making a name for himself, and he can't get a fight. He can't get a fight. But they watching YouTubers come off their couch and make 5 times a month amount of money. Terrence Crawford in his career. Ethan Fresh 73, what's going on? Teach, what's going on? Terrence Crawford has made a career high payday of $5 million, let's say. Logan Paul made $30 million to fight Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition. 8 2-minute round fight. He made $30 million to do that. And Terrence Crawford lays it all on the line. Yet his trainer and manager, Bomac, I'm talking to you. And I'm talking to the sport of boxing, right? Yet his manager and trainer laugh when Keith Thurman, a former unified champion in the sport of boxing, who only has 1 loss to a legend in the sport of boxing, says, give me $10 million and let's make this fight happen, which would be a big fight. He laughed and said they don't have the money, instead of trying to find a way to come up with the money to generate one of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing. He laughed and then walked away from it. But they gave Amir Khan, who was far past his prime, $7 million. $8 million. Is that far off from the $10 million Keith Thurman was asking for to be in a higher competitive, a higher profile fight? Quincy Carter, my brother in Super Chat, boxing is slowly losing is a law because of politics. Some things got to change. Respect to you, Blue. Appreciate you. So now think about this. He laughed, but then you have a YouTuber making 5 times the amount of money you making with only 3 fights or 2 fights. Reese Bro, what's going on? Now you're laughing. Yeah, Jalen, they would have made the money on the back end. And they're laughing. But what are you laughing for? Because the joke is on the sport of boxing. CB Sports TV, my brother Carl Burrell. What's going on, great brother? Just think about that. So Logan Paul made $30 million. Terrence Crawford career high payday is $5 million. Y'all ain't hear me. 30 million to his 5 million. But you know who we gonna blame it on? You know who we gonna blame it on? Oh, that's Floyd Mayweather's fault. He shouldn't have picked Logan Paul and gave him the opportunity. Well, why should he have picked Terrence Crawford? Stephen Taylor, what's going on? Derek Jones, what's going on? Why should he have? See, because the difference, this is what Floyd Mayweather looks at. Let me give y'all an example. Floyd Mayweather seeked out every big fight that was possible. He seeked out everybody. When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he seeked out everybody. Costa Zoo, Joe Casamayor, Prince Nassim Hamed, Acelina Freitas. He seeked out all these fights. Shane Mosley didn't want to fight him. I got a toothache. Oscar De La Hoya, too high of a risk, too low of a reward. He seeked out all of these fights. So when he became Money Mayweather and he's looking at these dudes not fighting each other, why am I giving them the opportunity? I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. Javier said, why he only fight Mexican fighters? Clearly, you didn't do your research. Let me ask you a question. G-Code, what's going on? Let me ask you a question. Did you actually do your research on that, or you just listen to what people say? Oh, Floyd Mayweather only give Mexican fighters opportunity. Did you actually do your research, or did you listen to what somebody else said? Go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and tell me. 513 Road Natty, what's going on? Kristen Myers, what's going on? Go ahead and tell me, great brother. I could have sworn one of the biggest fights, two of the biggest fights in his career was Zab Judah. It wasn't his fault Zab Judah kept losing. That's Zab Judah's fault he kept losing. It was supposed to be one of the biggest fights in boxing. Zab Judah lost to Costa Zoo. That's not Floyd Mayweather's fault. Then Zab Judah turned around and he lost to Carlos Bolderman. They were supposed to have a mega fight. Zab Judah lost to Carlos Bolderman, and Floyd Mayweather still fought him. That's not his fault. Shane Mosley, he been calling out and seeking to Shane Mosley out since Shane Mosley was at 135 and skipped over 140. He been trying to fight Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley said he had a toothache. So this is what I'm gonna ask y'all to do, because people continue to say this, right? So let me ask you a question. What big name black boxers was out there that Floyd Mayweather didn't fight? Go ahead and tell me Paul Williams. Outside of Paul Williams. Go ahead and tell me Paul Williams. Who? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Terry Smooth Jr. He did not duck Paul Williams. Go look at my interview with Paul Williams himself. Paul Williams, or I knew y'all was going to say Paul Williams because that's the only name y'all know. So go look at my interview with Paul Williams. Geo James Khalil 98. What's going on? Go look at my interview with Paul Williams. That's why I said that. I knew that's the first name y'all going to throw out there because that's what that's the narrative on Floyd Mayweather, that he avoided Paul Williams. Everybody says that and they don't know. So go look at my interview with Paul Williams, and Paul Williams said we was on two different paths. He didn't duck me and I didn't duck him. We just was on two different paths. And Paul Williams he was an active fighter, but let's not act like he was a great fighter. Talib Cunningham, what's going on? Let's not act like Paul Williams was a great fighter. And Corey Spinks, they didn't give him the money he was looking for. And do you really think that Corey Spinks, he was going to lose to Corey Spinks? Is Corey Spinks a better fighter than Diego Corrales? Is he? Is he? See, y'all just throwing names out there. Give me names that's competitive. I said guys that are great fighters. So give me names that are competitive. Is Corey Spinks a greater fighter than Shane Mosley? Is Corey Spinks, when he beat Zab Judah because Zab Judah was doing the wrong thing, is Corey Spinks better than Zab Judah? No, he's not. We saw Zab Judah stop him in the second one so badly that he even turned around and looked at the referee. Well, what are we doing here? So please stop it. Please stop. And everybody y'all giving me names of, Vernon Forrest lost. He lost to Ricardo Mayorga. Before they had the opportunity to make the fight, he lost to Ricardo Mayorga. What are we talking about? So give me the competitive names that he avoided. Y'all just throwing out names just for the sake of it. Give me the competitive names. Who's the names? See? Y'all don't even know names. You're going based off of what somebody told you. Oh, you never fought. I knew the first name, Paul Williams. Paul Williams. Man, he would have walked right through Paul Williams. Stop it. He would have walked right through Paul Williams. Please stop. Y'all act like oh, Paul Williams. Why? Because he was tall and rangy? Come on, man. Stop it. Y'all just be making up stuff. Man, he ducked this person. Man, he ain't never fight. Man, stop it, man. He fought two of the... Shane Mosley and Zab Judah was the last undisputed welterweight. He fought two of the best African-American fighters in the history of the sport of boxing in Zab Judah and Shane Mosley. They're two of the best. Shane Mosley is top 5 best 135-pounders in the history of the sport of boxing. And don't tell me nothing about, well, he fought him late. That's not his fault. Shane Mosley didn't want to fight him. What did he want him to do? He tried to fight Shane Mosley in his prime. Shane Mosley said, I got a toothache. I got to go on vacation. You know what he should do? He should fight Margarito. That's who he should fight. Yeah, he should fight Margarito. That'll be a good fight. And then you could come back and fight me. Miss, please stop. Man, y'all be making up stuff, man. Man, he would have walked right through Paul Williams, brother. He had zero defense. Paul Williams is tailor-made for Floyd Mayweather. Please stop it. He's tailor-made for Floyd Mayweather. And after he beat Paul Williams, it would have been another excuse. Man, that Paul Williams did. Man, stop it, man. Get the lights up. Man, stop it, man. Y'all be throwing out names of dudes that you know he would have beat. Just for the sake of saying it. Just for the sake of saying it, you throwing out names. Oh, Paul Williams, man. Paul Williams. Man, come on, stop it, man. Same Paul Williams. As soon as he got in there with pure boxers, Erislandy Lara clearly outboxed him. Got in there with Sergio Martinez, clearly outboxed him and got slept. Come on, man. Because he beat Margarito? That's why they started throwing out Paul Williams' name, because he beat Margarito. Because they were saying Margarito first. So let me give you a little backstory. Because they were saying that Floyd Mayweather was avoiding Margarito. And then when Paul Williams beat Margarito, that's when everybody said, oh, he need to fight Paul Williams. And then it turned into Paul Williams. Oh, he avoided this person. Come on, man. Is Paul Williams better than Manny Pacquiao? Is Paul Williams better than Canelo Alvarez? Is Paul Williams better than is he better than Diego Corrales? Huh? Is he better than Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley? Please stop. His style was tailor-made for Floyd Mayweather, and you all know it. And you all know it. Ain't nobody tell Zab Judah to lose. He lost to Kasazu. He lost to Balderman. And he still fought Zab. Come on, man. Panama Jack, what's going on? Tell her Tut, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub. On your boy Blue in the super chat. Blue Blood versus Tyson Fury, and that's out my league. Smash that like button, man. Get the likes to 800. Zeke Young, what's going on? Let me wrench you up. Robert O'Quinn, what's going on? Larry Eben Smith, my brother, what's going on? John Kramer, great forever, what's going on? Robert Brown, Viva Tu Vida, live your life, what's going on? Mansa Duchamp, what's going on? Reese Bro, what's going on? Charles Bell, what's going on? So, Jeremy Rose, what's going on? So now, let's get into this, right? So, Floyd Mayweather fought the absolute best when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, seeked out all these fighters. This is what they're not doing, right? B&B Boxing News, let me rent you up too, I like you. Eric R, what's going on? Nardi Crash, what's going on? So, Vince Williams, what's going on, my great brother? Smash the like button, people. So, here's the thing. My brother Bish, be megastar in the building. If you got sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, little cousins, little friends with little kids, have them subscribe to KK Penson TV. My brother Bish, please drop the link. Get the likes of 900. Anah Israel, I remember the goal. What's going on? So, here's the thing, right? So, you have YouTubers coming in here, right? And they are, Tyrone Winston, what's going on? They are making quadruple the amount of money that these active fighters that have been doing this from the beginning of time are doing. And so when you have Bomac saying, oh, Keith Thurman don't have the money, or Keith Thurman, don't have a promoter, he don't have the money, instead of negotiating and finding a way to come up with it and maximizing the revenue and looking at the landscape and saying, we need to find a way to make this fight because this is a big fight. No, you walked away saying Keith Thurman promoter don't have it. Oh, you don't have this. We have this. Well, guess what? The YouTubers are making more money than you are. And now Logan Paul only made that money because Floyd Mayweather gave him the opportunity. Well, guess what? Floyd Mayweather had 3 careers now. He had Pretty Boy Floyd, Money Mayweather, and now he's going through the exhibition Floyd Mayweather stage. Allison Randolph, peace and blessings, Queen in Super Chat. Tell him, Blue, Floyd beat more champions than any other boxer. This is a fact, right? So, Kevin Lau Sr., my brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Come correct, chat. Smash the like. Storm heading in and time for work. Like yourself. Work. Yes, sir. The grind don't stop, great brother. Salute to my brother Kevin Lau Sr. Boxing True Serum, what's going on? So now Bomac walks away from the Keith Thurman opportunity. That's an opportunity that you turned down. So you left the opportunity on the table. You left it on the table for your fighter. You as manager. You left a big money opportunity on the table. And you know that your promoter is telling you that he's not going to make the biggest fight that your fighter is seeking out in Manny Pacquiao. And here we know a situation where Terrence Crawford, people love to say Terrence Crawford was seeking out Errol Spence from the beginning. Well, he was not. King Bills, what's going on? He was not. He never did view Errol Spence as the number one option, as a number one objective. He never viewed Errol Spence, as he said in his own words, as the man to beat at the welterweight division. That's out of his own mouth. When Stephen A. Smith told him, hey, Stephen A. Smith said, Errol Spence got superstar written all over him. He's going to be a superstar, a megastar. And Terrence Crawford said, and he said that, and Stephen A. Smith said, Errol Spence is special. And Terrence Crawford said, Stephen A. Smith said, the eye test don't lie. Terrence Crawford is special. And Terrence Crawford said to Stephen A. Smith, well, your eyes are deceiving you because he's not special. And he's not my number one objective because he's not the man in the division. Keith Thurman is. But y'all told me, and people come here and say that his number one objective is Errol Spence, and Errol Spence was avoiding him. Well, which one is it? Frankie C31, my brother in Super Chat. Floyd is the best thing that could have happened to Canelo. Canelo has become elite from that lesson Floyd gave him. That's a fact. That's a fact. And don't make me go to the videotape. True Blue 45, what's going on? Smoke with me TV, what's going on? Because, see, I got receipts that Terrence Crawford said that's not my number one objective, and Errol Spence is not special, and he's not the man in the division, and that's not the biggest fight for me. That's what he said. But y'all told me that from the moment he was coming out years ago, he was seeking out a fight with Errol Spence. Well, that's the furthest thing from the truth. And because Terrence Crawford is not looking to make that fight, Lord Sweat Real, what's going on? That's a fight that needs to be made for the sport of boxing. Here we have Devin Haney, one of the other gifted, young, talented fighters in the sport of boxing that needs to get a big fight, and everybody's dancing around him and nobody's saying anything. Why isn't Floyd Mayweather making the Gervonta Tank Davis Devin Haney fight? Christopher Myers, what's going on? Why isn't he looking to make that fight? Why isn't he looking to make that fight? Jermaine Fisher, what's going on? Salute to Mississippi. Why isn't he looking to make that fight? He said that his social media following, Ryan Garcia, is what attracts them to make the fight for them and Ryan Garcia. But Ryan Garcia doesn't have, he has a social media following, but it doesn't translate to actual boxing numbers. G Cole, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. I was listening to some of your old videos and Stephen A. Smith, Ray Lewis, and Jason Whitlock. All I got to say is keep cutting off head now like you was doing then. Salute, great brother. Respect. Salute to you, G Cole. Much love. I appreciate you. My brother, Bish, me Megastar in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. I'm at the point where I will just see who shows up in the ring, shaking my head. Psst. And that's what I'm saying. We shouldn't be at that point in the sport of boxing. Mordecai the Great, what's going on? We shouldn't be there. These fights shouldn't be fantasy fights. Adrian Nunez, what's going on? Money Brown TV, my brother Money. Go subscribe to my brother Money Brown TV. Money dropped the link. So these shouldn't be fantasy fights? Why are we having fantasy fights for guys that fight in the same division? Why is there fantasy fights for guys that fight in and around the same division? What are we talking about? How come Jerron Boots Ennis can't get a fight? We should be looking to make the best fight the best to uplift the sport. Elijah, what's going on? We should be looking to make the... Gervonta Tank Davis should be saying, this fight with Devin Haney should be easy to make. Where's Gary Russell Jr. and Devin Haney? Where's Gary Russell Jr.? Where is he? Abdul Anwar, what's going on? Chico Young, what's going on? Where is he? Twiz West Philly, my brother, let me rent you up. There you go. Salute to my brother, Twiz West Philly. Chris Rob Media TV, what's going on? Had to rent you up. Jeremy 2684, what's going on? Where's Gary Russell Jr. right now? Where is he? Where is he? Where are they? Where's Ryan Garcia? Why is Ryan Garcia making a fight with Joseph Jojo Diaz in the boxing world not being opposed to this? Why is the WBC not saying this can't happen? Why did the WBC introduce the franchise title, but the WBA is the one that's being highlighted? Somebody explain that to me. Get the likes to 1K. Why is the WBC making franchise belts, introducing unnecessary belts in the sport of boxing, and yet the WBA gets all the pressure from creating too many belts? What are we talking about? We happy saying the WBA is getting rid of belts. The WBC introduced not an interim, they introduced a trophy belt. A trophy belt to allow fighters to not fight the best. And the WBA is the headline? Why? Elijah, my brother in Super Chat, White will get his hands on Wilder, y'all see. And he's going to get knocked out. And you know this. Dwayne Jones, what's going on? So why is the WBC, shouldn't all the sanction bodies, all of them have interim champions. All of them have super champion. All of these belts have issues. So how come the WBA? Because we're highlighting what we saw with this Michael Fox situation, right? But this is going on with all the sanction bodies, people. This is going on with all the sanction bodies. The WBC just introduced a franchise belt that caused more confusion than anything in the sport of boxing. They have introduced a belt that caused more confusion than anything the WBA has done. Y'all didn't hear me. The WBC introduced a franchise belt that has caused more confusion than anything the WBA has done. We don't realize that? BP Man Boxing Fan, what's going on, great brother in the super chat? Too much talk outside the ring instead of actually fighting in the ring. Boxing today. This is a fact. Who is more confused as who's the champion at 135? Has the WBA created that much confusion? Like the WBC has with this franchise belt? I'm waiting. So how come nobody's calling for? How come nobody's calling for the WBC to immediately eliminate this franchise belt? Immediately. Dwayne Freeman, what's going on? We call for the WBA because we happen to see on what we happen to see. Y'all know I don't like that slogan, see with your own two eyes. Who else eyes you seen it with? PGH Big Dog, what's going on? Jay Stevens, what's going on? Right? Why aren't we call for the WBA to get rid of interim belts and WBC, interim and regular. We talk for them. And everybody's applauding saying the WBA, man, they came through. Kavon, what's going on? Jordan Watson, what's going on? The WBA, man, they came through and they eliminated belts. That shouldn't have been the number one objective. Tail for Wealth, what's going on? The number one objective should have been the WBC getting rid of the franchise belt. See Kobe, Mississippi, what's going on? Salute to South Africa. The number one objective should have been for the WBC to get rid of the franchise belt. I don't care about the interim belts that we could work through and decipher who the champion is with the WBA. You can't do that with the WBC in this franchise title. We got Devin Haney. We don't know if Devin Haney's the actual champion or is Teofimo Lopez undisputed. We're not calling for that to be cleaned up. Why aren't we calling for that to be cleaned up? Royal Bailey, appreciate you in the super chat. Much love. That should be the number one objective, to get rid of the franchise belt that they just introduced, a franchise title belt that confused more people than anything because they told you can't win it or you can't lose it. And then all of a sudden, they decided to make a change because according to the WBC, they stated that Teofimo Lopez, Bob Arum, petitioned for it, and Bob Arum is saying, we didn't petition, y'all brought it to us. The WBC is telling us that Canelo Alvarez petitioned to be franchised for a belt that he knew nothing about, and then Canelo Alvarez said, I ain't petitioned them, they came to me with the offer. So we don't even, they not even on the same page as to whose idea was to introduce to the sport to begin with. And yet we focus on the WBA title. Ma, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, salute, Blue. Blue, can you please clear up something for these? They keep saying Wilder turned down $120 million to face AJ, knowing AJ was not guaranteed on the contract. Yeah, see, people talking about, the Zone came out and they apologized for mishandling the negotiations with Deontay Wilder. He did not turn down a $100 million contract. Well, he did turn down a $100 million contract, but he turned down a contract that signed with a network that had nothing to do with Anthony Joshua. Please, people, go do your homework. It has zero to do with Anthony Joshua, okay? Anthony Joshua himself wasn't even signed to the Zone. So how could they guarantee Deontay Wilder could fight Anthony Joshua when Anthony Joshua himself wasn't even signed to the Zone? It's just like when Gennady Triple G Golovkin just recently signed a multi-million-dollar deal with the Zone, and they can't guarantee him that he's going to fight Canelo Alvarez in a trilogy match. And actually, he ain't getting a fight, but now he's signed to the Zone. So that would have been the situation that Deontay Wilder was in, okay? You cannot guarantee that he's going to be signed to the Zone. I mean, that he's going to fight Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua himself wasn't even signed to the Zone himself. He was signed to Matchroom, and Matchroom did a business with DAZN. Anthony Joshua was still signed to Sky. He was not signed, but what happened is DAZN just picked up his fight by fight basis. Just like DAZN decided when they wanted to pick up a fight with Dillian White and when they didn't want to pick up a fight with Dillian White. Okay? So Deontay Wilder would have signed the contract with DAZN. It did not guarantee that he was going to fight Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua himself wasn't there, wasn't signed to DAZN. Okay, so it would have been similar to what Triple G did when Triple G just signed with DAZN, and everybody they speculate and they expect the fight between Canelo and Triple G, but Canelo don't want to fight him and he don't have to fight him because there's nothing DAZN can do about it. It's simply the same case as if two fighters signed to Showtime. That don't guarantee that the two fighters gonna fight each other. Bro, Unique, my brother in the super chat, said fraud is on the loose. This is a fact. So that's what people got to understand. They got to do their homework. Or they come out, oh, see, Deontay Wilder turned down $100 million to fight Anthony Joshua. No, he did not. That wasn't from Anthony Joshua. That was a network deal from DAZN, period. Royal Bailey, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Get rid of the fake franchise belt. This is facts. ASAP. Dow Johnson, my brother in the super chat. Big ups to the LDBC for keeping boxing alive, for real, for real. Yep, salute to you, great brother. Chris Rob Media TV, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, salute, Blue. We need one belt for each weight division and let everyone fight for one belt. Or just we can have 4 belts. Jerry Alexander, what's going on? Chris Rob Media TV. We can have 4 belts, but just the 4 belts. But just the 4 belts. That's it. Right? Not an interim, not a silver. Okay, let me clear that up too. Have the WBC, WBA, WBO, and IBF. Those are the 4 belts. And then you have 1 belt under each belt, which is the interim belt, which makes you the mandatory to fight the champion. That is it. Not silver, not super, not regular. Get rid of all of those. Have 4 belts and an interim underneath each belt, which makes you, when you're the interim champion, that makes you the mandatory to fight the champion. Once you become the interim champion, everybody knows in a title elimination that now you get your opportunity, you're in your position to get the fight with the champion. Period. Clarifies everything. Who's the interim champion? You are. Oh, you next in line. Simple. Simple. Now we know who next in line is. And that man position don't change. The champion get one, then the champion gets one voluntary fight defense, and he has to fight the interim champion. Simple. Cut and dry. That's it. That's it. You don't need diamond champions, silver champions, super champions, regular champions. What are you talking about? What is a regular champion? How do you have the super champion? That's like saying king me. You have a super champion, a regular champion, an interim champion, a diamond champion. Why do we have so many champions? The Guru, what's going on? It's unnecessary. Get the likes up. We should be at 1.1K. Smash the like button. Get the likes up. It's unnecessary to have all of these extra belts. It's not necessary. Mr. Mechanical, what's going on? It's a simple fix. But let me tell you why. Grind Nobly Barfield, what's going on? See, when you have, that's me, what's going on? When you have interim, silver, diamond, super, regular, guess what? They all have to pay a sanction fee, sanction fee, sanction fee, sanction fee, sanction fee, sanction fee. But it's the WBA that's hurting the sport of boxing. Michael Helton, what's going on? But then you have sanction bodies catering to fighters. So they introduce stuff like franchise champion. And then they confuse you and say, well, franchise champion is just essentially a trophy. It's a acknowledgement of your accomplishments. So why did Lomachenko get it? What did he get it for? Was he undisputed? No. Did he ever defend the WBC title? No. So why did you give him an award? Victor Douglas, what's going on? Laylaw 209, what's going on? Why did he get an award? He was already in place to win the award before he even won the belt. Bob Arum did an interview with my brother Champside and Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn says, well, why isn't Devin Haney going to be able to fight the winner, even if it's my fighter, Lou Campbell, or your fighter, Lomachenko, when they're fighting for the vacant WBC title that was vacated by Mikey Garcia, who's a 4-division champion and moved up to fight Errol Spence. He vacated the WBC title. Lou Campbell, Vasyl Lomachenko fought for Mikey Garcia's vacant title. And Bob Arum, before the fight even took place, he said, because if Lomachenko wins, it's just too bad Devin Haney signed with the wrong promotional company. He's on the wrong side of the street. Huh? And we're going to petition to be franchised when Lomachenko wins. So they already had this in place to franchise Lomachenko before he even won. But the WBA is causing a confusion in sport of boxing. Lambert Pierce, what's going on? But the WBA is causing a confusion in boxing. Somebody help me understand. And then they told us that was a special award and acknowledgement. So what did Lomachenko do? He didn't even win the title yet, and you was already giving him the franchise title. You was giving him the franchise title before he even won the belt. But you told us it was a recognition of an accomplishment. SK Level, what's going on? But he ain't even accomplished nothing with your sanction body. Because he ain't even win the belt. You didn't know if he was going to win the belt, and he never defended it. So why you elevate him to franchise? What did he do for you? What did he do? And then you told us you can't win it and you can't lose it, right? Then Teofimo Lopez beats Lomachenko and he becomes the franchise champion, and you told us that you can't win it or you can't lose it? So what causes more confusion? That or what the WBA has multiple belts? I'm just asking for a friend. Stephen Hall, my brother in Super Chat, he said reality TV versus true boxing. Reality TV, Rolly, Fury, Arum, Gary, Jr., and Canelo. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing, right? So we'll place this on the WBA. Jellybean 4280. What's going on? I don't know what the WBA did to the other sanction bodies and the rest of the boxing world that are quickly jumping on this this boat to just focus on the WBA. But no, we ain't gonna just focus on the WBA. We're gonna focus on all the sanction bodies as a whole. Jordan Maverick, Los Angeles Lakers. What's going on? Get the likes up to 1.1K. We're gonna focus on all the sanction bodies as a whole for not doing what they're supposed to do, not the WBA. Yeah, we saw what the WBA did in the Michael Fox Maestro fight, and that was, yeah, we got on that, and they made an adjustment. But we've been on this WBC franchise situation for years now, and there's been no adjustment, and there's nobody holding them accountable. This has been years. This has been years, and we haven't gotten any adjustment. We haven't gotten anything that says that we're trending in the right direction and get the likes to 1.1K. So I'm confused. So then Teofimo Lopez, according to the WBC, they petitioned, and the petition is just asking. So according to WBC, Teofimo Lopez, without accomplishing anything, he asked to be franchised, and they obliged his request. Then why would you do that? And once again, let me ask you the question. Did Teofimo Lopez represent the WBC title? Did Teofimo Lopez defend the WBC title? So why did you oblige him? Why did you give him the trophy status and king him when he didn't accomplish anything. He never defended the title. He never even won it. So why did you acknowledge him as a trophy champion and give him for what? Somebody help me understand why they do such a thing. There wasn't any, right? And so now you look at this situation with Gervonta Tank Davis, right? Now look at the situation. Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button. So you look at the situation with Gervonta Tank Davis, right? Now he's the WBA champion. He's the super champion at 130. He is the regular champion. My brother L Dub Boxing in the building. Go subscribe to my brother L Dub Boxing. He's the regular champion at 135 and 140, right? So now he has options. Gervonta Tank Davis, right? But shouldn't they look to make the best fights available? They should be looking to fight the best available fights, because they told us he's a superstar, and they telling you that you have to pay on top of you paying. I don't know if y'all understand, but you pay twice. Y'all ain't hear me. I don't know if you understand, but you pay twice. You pay twice because you already paid your subscription. And then you're going to pay on top of your subscription an extra fee to watch them fight. So you paying twice. You already pay for Fox and you already pay for Showtime, right? You pay a monthly fee to have those channels. If you don't pay and have the package that includes Showtime and include Fox, you don't have Fox and Showtime. So you already paying. You have to pay for those packages that includes Fox and Showtime. So you already paying for those, right? Then they telling you, on top of that, to watch him fight, you got to pay again. So you're going to pay twice in 1 month. You're going to pay your monthly subscription, and then you're going to pay again for a specialty. And then they're going to tell you who he's going to fight. When they can hear you, and they can hear your voice, and they can hear you as a fan saying that you want to see him fight the best opposition out there. But they're going to give you what they want to give you. And that's where you come in, the fan of the sport of boxing, and understand that you are an investor. You are not a fan. You're not just a fan. You are an investor in entertainment. Period. Jimmy Bernard, what's going on? And so you should want to see the best fight the best. We take too much time. We take too much time. Sleep one eye open, what's going on? Bellboy Mall, what's going on? We take too much time, right? Spending talking about how much money they make, how much money they don't make, and how much, well, this guy, who he fought and who he didn't fight. All your concern should be is them fighting the best, fighting the best. Your favorite fighter fighting the absolute best. Sean the Icon, what's going on? JC Sanchez, what's going on? 7X, what's going on? Your concern should only be seeing Tank Davis fight the absolute best for your dollar, to get as much bang for your buck. Jason Brown, what's going on? That should be Hamilton Steele, what's going on? Jamal Stafford, what's going on? Your only concern should be getting the most bang for your buck, just like it is in regular life. Christopher Myers, what's going on? For some reason, they have altered our train of thought to think that it's okay to not get a return on your investment. You get satisfied and complacent with not getting a return on your investment, but that don't happen in no other stretch or avenue in your life. It don't happen. You are not going to go to no restaurant. If you go to the restaurant and the food is not good and the food is horrible, you're going to say, this is not good. I'm not eating here no more. You're going to, you even go, some people go as far as to speak to the manager and ask for the and they take money off it. If they might give it to you for free. You go to a car dealership. You want to get the best return for your investment. Hey, I can get this feature, that feature. You want the best features possible for your dollar. You even want a discount. Daniel Staley, what's going on? Daniel Staley, let me rent you up. You even look to get a discount. You'll go to a restaurant or a place so many times that you expect them, hey, man, I come here all the time. You can't hook me up. Quincy Carter, my brother in the Super Chat. Why isn't there any black franchise fighters, Blue? Good question. That's a great question. Yes, sir. Eli, Judith. Yes, sir. So now let's look at this situation, right? You'll go to a restaurant, you'll go to your favorite local store and tell them, man, I come here all the time. You can't hold me down? That's what you'll do. Hey, man, you can't hold me down? Trade Dub 234, New York. You can't hold me down? I come here all the time. You want a discount? Well, how come you don't say that in the sport of boxing? With Darius Finley, what's going on? When the NBA is on TV, you'll say, man, those tickets too expensive. I'll just watch it from home. But guess what boxing does? There goes 619 Cali Factor. What's going on, great brother? Let me tell you what boxing does. They don't let you not go. You see the NBA, NFL, baseball, when it's the playoffs, when it's the Super Bowl, when it's the NBA Finals, when it's Major League, the World Series, right? You can say, man, those World Series tickets, those NBA Finals tickets, the Super Bowl tickets, the hockey tickets, the Stanley Cup tickets, the National Championship in NCAA football, man, those tickets too expensive. I'm just gonna stay home and watch it. The boxing don't give you that luxury though. Champion Heart, what's going on, great brother? Boxing don't give you that luxury though. What you mean, Blue? Boxing don't give you that luxury? They're gonna tell you you're gonna pay from home or you're gonna pay at the stadium. One way or another, you gonna pay. You ain't hear me. Boxing gonna tell you one way or another, you gonna pay. You're gonna pay at home for a discounted rate, or you're gonna pay in the arena at full price. And get this, you pay $75.99 at home, and you can get tickets at the arena for $50. Daniel Stanley, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, salute, Blue Bud. Salute to you, great brother. Kyle Brown, what's going on, great brother? Chris Bryant, what's going on? Right? So one way or another, you're going to pay a fee. And then on top of that, they're going to give you the fights they want to give you. And because you are fans with blinders on, because we fans with blinders on, right? You're not even going to, not only are you not going to be mad, but you're going to be happy about it. Not only are you not going to be mad, but you're going to be happy about it. Isn't that something? Because you'll come here and defend when I say, man, Terrence Crawford should be fighting Errol Spence. He should take a 60-40 split. Oh, man. Oh, this chat is going to be filled. Maurice Knight, what's going on? This chat going to be filled. Oh, man, you an Errol Spence defender. Or you an Errol Spence fan. You an Errol Spence this. And reality escaped them. Reality escaped you. Right? You won't deal with facts over feelings. You'll let reality escape. So when I say, well, Terrence Crawford said that Errol Spence wasn't his number one objective. This is the biggest fight in boxing right now. Oh, no. He been trying to fight. Y'all come up with stuff and make up stuff that didn't even happen. You'll come up with stuff and make up stuff, Ashton Howard, what's going on, that didn't even happen. Robert Gonzalez, what's going on, great brother? You'll come up with stuff, you'll make up stuff that didn't even happen. Oh, he said he been calling out Errol Spence for years. Oh, really? Funny, because he said his number one objective was to fight Manny Pacquiao, and his number two objective was to fight Keith Thurman, and his number three objective was to fight Danny Garcia. And he said that Errol Spence is not special. He said that Errol Spence wasn't the number one objective. He said, my goal is, I have this thing. Professor X, what's going on? I have this thing that I have to fight the absolute best that's out there. To be the man, you have to beat the man, and Errol Spence is not the man. And Max Kellerman says, Errol Spence is the man. That's the biggest fight. He said, no, he's not. The man is Keith Thurman. Okay, so now let me ask y'all this question. Now let me ask y'all this question. If the man to beat is Keith Thurman, then when Keith Thurman, he only lost to the other man you felt was the man to beat, and that's Manny Pacquiao. And he lost a split decision to Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman didn't get knocked out. Keith Thurman didn't get blown out by Manny Pacquiao. He lost a split decision to Manny Pacquiao. Right? Okay. So if Keith Thurman is the man to beat the man, you have to beat the man. Then how come when Keith Thurman said, give me $10 million and let's negotiate and make it happen, why didn't you go above and beyond to make that happen? Why didn't you go above and beyond to make that happen? Travis Chapman, what's going on? Why didn't you go above and beyond to make that happen? Jamal Stafford, woke the truth. What's going on? Why not? Why didn't we go above and beyond to make that fight happen? You on record saying, and Stephen A. Smith said, my eye test tell me Errol Spence is special. And then Terrence Crawford said, your eyes are lying to you. Your eyes are deceiving you. So then when did he push for this fight? When? When? And because Shy Focus was going on, and because people are sitting on the fence and they know the truth, they'll sit on the fence and they know the truth because you're simply a fan of Terrence Crawford and not call him out on the truth. You'll say stuff like, man, Errol Spence don't want to fight Terrence Crawford. Huh? Errol Spence don't want to fight Terrence Crawford, man. Huh? I'm confused. But you just heard what was said. Eric Baker is saying, now see, let me give you an example. I'm going to give y'all an example. Eric Baker just said, Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith are irrelevant in boxing. What does Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith interviewing Terrence Crawford, the words that came out of Terrence Crawford's mouth, what does that have to do with their relevancy in the sport of boxing? What does that have to do with Terrence Crawford not wanting to fight Errol Spence? See me grow, what's going on? What does that have to do with the fight itself and what Terrence Crawford said? You see what I'm talking about? Only in boxing can you have these types of conversations. Only in boxing. Let me give you an example. That's like, imagine this. Imagine, what's the NBA? Salute to my brother Kyle 845 in the super chat. He said, Bob, who controls Bud. Yeah, facts. So now, what's the Ryan Wright? What's going on? What's the lady name? I serve 88. What's going on? What's the lady's name that does the interviews in the NBA? Not Rachel Nichols. What's the other one? The real McCoy, my brother. What's going on? True Culture. What's going on? What's her name? What's her name? Not Doris Burke. The lady that took over for not Doris Burke. The lady Lisa Salters, right? No, what's the lady's name that took over for Maria Taylor? There you go. Thank you, Mordecai. Maria Taylor, right? Fred Mill, what's going on? My brother, Trey Dub 234 in the super chat. He said, yeah, I just recently got into boxing and I was introduced by new media. So knowing what I learned from you guys make it hard to get into with all the ducking BS. I understand. I understand. Maria Taylor, right? Malika Andrews, Maria Taylor. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say Maria Taylor is interviewing LeBron James. I'm going to give you an example of just what he just said and tell me how this makes sense. It only makes sense to you in boxing, right? So Maria Taylor interviews LeBron James, right? And LeBron James say, well, I'm not going to play against Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant ain't the man to beat, right? In order for me to be the man and the champion, I'm going to have to beat Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. To be the man, I'm going to have to beat Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. Right? Not Kevin Durant. Cool. And then we call him out and say, LeBron, man, you ain't trying to, why you say, Kevin Durant the man to beat, you got to beat Kawhi. And then we say, man, come on, man. Maria Taylor is not even credible in basketball. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, well, Maria Taylor, she ain't even credible in basketball, man. You can't make this stuff up. Only in boxing, people will say stuff like that. Only in boxing. James Kelly, my brother, in the super chat. How are you, Blue Blood? How are you, great brother? Where you been at? Only in boxing can people say that. Only in boxing. Only in boxing. That people will say stuff like that. Only in boxing. Fly High 89, my brother in super chat. So Golden Boy can just have their fighters fight each other over and over for the mandatory and not fight Haney. WBC, yeah. This is what I'm trying to tell you. But we focus on the WBA, though. The focus is the WBA. Now, tell me how, see, when you put it in the lamest terms, when you put it in the simpler terms, right? And you make an example, and then look how that sounds. How does that sound? Yeah, well, Malika Andrews ain't even credible. What? What does Malika Andrews or Maria Taylor have to do with what LeBron James said? What does their credibility have to do with LeBron James? That's like saying, yeah, well, he said that on Blue Blood channel, man, so that ain't even credible. What? Only in boxing you can say stuff like this. Because what happens is boxing, we deal with too many emotional feelings, too many emotional attachments that you don't want to see your favorite fighter in a position of vulnerability. That's what happens. And so if there's a chance that you there's a chance that it's a 50-50 fight or a fight he could lose, and so that fighter is making up thing and the fight is not happening, you'll go along with that. Tyreek Reed, what's going on? Salute to Philly. You'll go along with that, right? Just in order to stand with him. It's called blind loyalty. That's what it's called. John J. Doe, what's going on? That's what that's called. Instead of just stating the obvious. And maybe I'm just different. I do that in my everyday life. With my kids, with my wife. Hey, man, listen, you said this. This is what you said. You said this. Period. And when I'm wrong, I'll just stand corrected. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. Jay Gibson, my brother in Super Chat. Salute, Blue, and fam, bud on that Bob 360 deal. So, I'll tell my wife, hey, my wife be like, hey, man, you said, no, you said this. This is what you said. And it's my wife. There's nobody more important in my life than she is. Right? So, my wife is the most important person in my life. You know why? Because without her, see, people will say their kids. Well, how could my kids can't be the most important people in my life if it wasn't for my wife helping me create the kids. She gave me the vessel to create the kids. Her pandemonium, what's going on? Her own, she put no pandemonium, no sir. Is nobody more important in your life than your partner. Nobody. Ain't nobody walking through the journey with you like your partner. It just is. You create life with your partner. You don't create life with your parents. You are the life that your parents created. You are the light that your parents created. So your parents, you are a reflection. You are the light that they created. But you create light with your partner. That should be the most important person in your life. That's the most important person in my life is my wife. She creates life with me. You don't create life with your parents. You are the life that they created. So my wife, guess what? Your mom, yeah, she laid down the sacrifice to create you. But your life partner, your wife. See, let me show you the difference, and then I'm gonna move on from this. Let me show you the difference. My wife, my mother trusted my father to lay it all on the line to create me, right? She didn't put her trust in me. She put her trust in my father. She put her ultimate sacrifice. Just like we say with these boxers, they step in the ring and they put it all on the line. Well, the woman, she puts it all on the line when she lays on that table to create life. And she lays in wherever to get life started, right? So she trusted in my father. Not in me. She trusted in my father. And now I'm a product of her. So yeah, because I'm hers, she's gonna love me like no other. And you have you as the light that they created. You give them the respect for giving you the light. But my wife, she trusted everything in me to say, okay, I'll risk it all for you. My mother didn't risk it all for me. She risked it all for my father. 513 Road Natty, my brother in Super Chat. I think Bob dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. I think Bob got Bud contract looking. He probably got to do numbers to make the money he should be, and Bob get his cut. He obviously ducking EJ, but I don't think they're scared to fight each other. Hashtag blame Bob. No, they're not avoiding it. No, it's just that his vision of who's the best is clearly not Errol Spence. He never viewed Errol Spence in that light. That's why he's easily to feel like he could walk away from it. Kyle Brown, my brother in the Super Chat, he said, Judge September, how is he dodging a ruling again? Huh? Said Judge in September, how is he dodging ruling again? Kyle Brown, you got to break that up. I don't understand it. James Kelly, my brother in the Super Chat, he said, also, my brother, if didn't put the wife in our life, there wouldn't be no kids, period. God is responsible for all of it. Amen. This is a fact. Jay Gibson, my brother in the Super Chat, Bud career at welterweight been a flop. Yeah, he got to do more. Jalen said, Blue, if you don't go get that suit and you had on Saturday and collection plate, ushers will you please stand up? Yeah, real talk, Audrey Grill. What's going on? So that's how I love my mother. I respect my mother, absolutely. But my my wife puts it all on the line every day. What she do on a daily basis for me, on a daily basis, for all these years. The time period is different. So the amount of time, let's say from 18, I've been doing it by myself. From 17, 18, right? All that time, right? Let's just say that. All these years, my wife been putting it on the line for me. All the way invested in me. That's longer than a period of time that my mother did. It's just facts. I deal with facts over feelings. She put more time and effort. Yeah, my mom did when I was little, as I went through school and things of that nature. But as I'm a man, I'm much more complicated as a man than I was as a child. So the things that my wife have to put up with me today's time is much more complicated than when I was a child and my mother can control my outcomes. Meaning that my mother could say, hey, go in your room, don't do this, don't do that. And I had to abide by that, right? You understand? Oh, you're going to go to school, you're going to do this. I had no choice. Now, oh, the foundation definitely was laid, Jalen, for sure. So now, what my wife have to deal with when I get up, hey, can you cook this? And then she says, oh man, this is my husband, let me cook this. I couldn't wake up and be like, Ma, hey, can you cook this? My mother gonna be like, man, you gonna eat what you gonna eat today. And I ain't have no choice. That's not the same. My wife, today, I could say, Ma. Now, there's gonna be times where you can say, hey, Ma, can you give me this or can you give me that? And she gonna get it, right? Mr. God 19, what's going on? Ma, there's gonna be times where, Ma, can you cook this? But out of a week, my mother may oblige by me because I have siblings. So she can't cater to me and cater to everybody. And can you cook this for me and cook this for me and cook that for me? No, you know what happens? She gonna say, I'm gonna cook one thing and everybody gonna eat it and like it. I could wake up today and tell my wife, I want to eat crab legs. She's gonna cook it. Then tomorrow I could tell my wife, hey, I want to eat spaghetti and meatballs. She's gonna cook it. Then the next day, hey, can you make me, my wife makes this grilled chicken with onions and rice and beans and these green beans that I like. That's a whole meal. This is gonna take her the whole day, right? It's all sauteed. So she'll saute it, the green beans, she sautés the chicken with the onions. Can you make this? And now she gotta make that. I just gave her 4 different meals on top of her take care of the kids, take care of herself. You understand what I'm saying? On top of her take care of the kids, take care of herself, booking my flights, booking this, taking care of her own business. Lori Reed said, Blue, are you in the doghouse? Absolutely not. Why would I be in the doghouse? Peace and blessings, Lori Reed. How you doing, Queen? No, not at all. If I'm not happy, if I'm angry or mad at my wife, right? I'm still gonna tell you the same thing. I'm me. I don't change. If I'm not gonna change, but and she ain't because I'm mad at her today. No, then or she mad. They don't change. I'm still gonna view her the same every day. She'll tell you that. Loving now, Gator, what's going on? Exactly. She trusted in my decision, So it's just different. It's a different level. So anyway, back to this boxing. So Jason Bell, what's going on? I don't even know how I got to that. How did I even get to that? What was my point? Ray Patterson, what's going on? How did I even get to that point? James Kelly, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, Blue, I believe you and Kurt met my wife on your show. I am truly blessed for her to put up with this Jersey cat from former Marine. She is a blessing. Please don't tell me you don't remember her. No, I do remember. Salute to you, great brother and your queen. No, I don't change with nobody, man. I am who I am. I don't change with my kid. Hey, there's not a person that could tell my kids something about me that they don't already know. Not one person. My wife don't always agree with that. She'd be like, why you tell them that? Why you tell them this? There's nothing. My kids come and say, hey, Dad, you did. Yep. Because I don't want them to ever turn around and somebody could tell them something about me that they didn't know. There's nothing about me that my kids don't know. And my wife be like, did you have to tell them that? Do you have to say that? Did you have to? Yeah. Jose Villanueva, what's going on? David did Clout, what's going on? Appreciate you. That's just who I am. So I'm just gonna be me. James Kelly, my brother in the super chat, he said, is a job open for me? LOL. Not yet, great brother. Not yet. We're gonna come up with a plan, man. We're gonna come up with a plan, James Kelly. So anyway, back to this boxing, man. I don't even know how I got on that subject. Macados, Mac of the South, what's going on, great brother? I don't even remember what I was saying to get there. And I apologize to y'all because I lost my train of thought. I don't even know how I got there, right? So my thing is, right, we need to get the best to fight the best. Mr. Reasonable, what's going on? We need to get the best to fight the best, right? Jason Bell, what's going on? So, Royal Bailey, what's going on? You can your wife, but not your kids. And you still, so this is just who I am. Royal Bailey, this is just who I am. You could divorce your wife. Does that make her not their mother? Did that change the fact that she gave you birth those kids? You can't divorce her either. Your relationship with her is set in stone. Period. Whether it be good or bad. Guess what? Y'all both gonna be in each other's life. Good or bad. Key 496, what's going on? You can't do. There's no such thing. There's no such thing, brother. So guess what? It now becomes a choice. If you choose to have a good relationship with her, if y'all part ways, or a bad one. It's just your choice. But now again, you're gonna be dealing with facts over feelings. Right? She still regard you just like your kids. You have those kids. You still have her. She gave you those kids. Did her title change? No. So it don't matter, brother. You stuck with her. So make the best out of it. James Kelly, brother in super chat, don't apologize for comparing marriages with the sport of boxing because the promoter of the fighter is like a marriage. That's a fact. It's a fact. Mill Lee, peace, bless, Queen. How you doing today? That's a fact. So that's how I look at it. I mean, that's how I look at things. 206 Kool-Aid, what's going on? So now, we need to get the best to fight the absolute best in the sport of boxing. Arik Russell, what's going on? Because the sport of boxing is going to be D-Matt, what's going on? Chad D, what's going on? Well, again, if it's not going well, then you got to part ways, but that don't change the fact that who she is. Doesn't. Just is what it is. And you chose it. It is what it is. I agree, Chad D. Anyone who is a success in boxing is their own boss. I agree with that. Now, their star status can be huge, like Muhammad Ali. He wasn't his own boss, but I definitely agree. I agree. And so we need to get Gervonta Tank Davis to fight the absolute best. We need Terrence Crawford to fight the absolute best. We need Errol Spence to fight the absolute best. So we'll go on, right? Gamboa in his prime would have beat Lomachenko. That would have been a great fight. Jimmy Ferguson, what's going on? I think he would. Yeah, he might have. He might have. So my thing is this, right? You have to get. Oh man. We have to get. We can't be saying, well, you know what it is the Floyd Mayweather, right? Is giving these people, he's giving the opportunity to these YouTubers, right? You understand what I'm saying? He's giving these opportunities. That's the reason why they have the success. So now I'm gonna say this. Jose Rodriguez, what's going on? No way Gamboa beat Loma. Jose Rodriguez, man, you got to remember. See, Rising, what's going on? Stop remembering. Salute Jason Bell, brother in the super chat, 11550. The stat in the building. Salute to the stat. Now, you got to think about this, right? Stop looking at Gamboa current time. Go back and look at Gamboa when he was in his absolute prime. Don't look at Gamboa today's time that you see. Look at Gamboa in his absolute prime. Make your judgment based off of that, not based off of, oh, you see him today and see what he's doing or lack thereof doing. No, look at him in his absolute prime. Period. Okay? Look at Gamboa in his absolute prime. Period. That's a completely different story. So, the state of boxing is where it is. People love to say, well, it's Floyd Mayweather. He's giving them opportunities. So let me ask this question. Do people say that Floyd Mayweather, when they say that Floyd Mayweather, the reason Logan Paul and Jake Paul and these people are giving them, Floyd Mayweather is giving them opportunities. Well, let me ask you a question. Didn't Floyd, okay, so I don't see these same people saying, well, Floyd Mayweather gave that same opportunity to Canelo Alvarez. When I say Floyd Mayweather directly passed him the baton and put him in that position, I don't hear people saying, well, Floyd Mayweather, no, people disagree. No, Canelo made himself. People tell me, no, Canelo made himself. Canelo made himself. But when it's Logan Paul, they didn't make themselves. It's Floyd Mayweather gave them the opportunity. James Kelly, my brother in the super chat, dropping that $100 on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, if you look at a marriage like boxing, if things don't work in the sport of boxing, you have to break up and move on. I say this because in reality, the marriage of the man and the woman is for life. Boxing relationships can break up anytime. That's a fact. That's a fact, great brother James Kelly. That's a fossil fact, like my brother MREC TV would say. Salute to my brother James Kelly dropping that $100 on your boy Blue in the super chat. Right? Kenroy Lloyd, what's going on? So now we got to look at RD, what's going on? So now all-wheel drive D, what's going on? All-wheel drive King, what's going on? So now people would say, Hot Science 7, what's going on? People would say that Canelo Alvarez made himself. But when it comes to Logan Paul, the only reason Logan Paul got that money was because Floyd Mayweather directly passed him the baton. But when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, no, Canelo Alvarez, he ain't passed Canelo Alvarez the baton. He was already established. Well, you can't have it both ways. Because he wasn't the super mega star that you see today's time until the Floyd Mayweather fight. It's just the facts of the facts. It's just like Logan Paul. So get this. Logan Paul came in and made, there's only 4 guys. Jonathan 97, what's going on? And people, only person I seen that responded to this, only person I saw that acknowledged this and thought about it was Francis, what's his name, Francis Ngannou in the UFC, when he said, what are we doing wrong in the UFC and in boxing that we could have YouTubers come in and make more money than all of us? Is that how you say his name, Ngannou? Ngannou? He said, D. Hodges, what's going on? He's the only one. Instead, the boxers are saying, man, these dudes ain't real. Man, these dudes shouldn't be. Man, these dudes. Well, he said, we need to figure out what we doing wrong to make up ground. Because something we're doing wrong, we need to find something. We need to find a solution because we clearly are doing something wrong. So we got to figure out what we doing wrong. Instead, they talking about, well, man, these dudes ain't real. Man, they hurting the sport. How? No, you're hurting the sport. Chris Brooks, what's going on? You're hurting the sport. Gary Russell, he said Floyd Mayweather fighting Logan Paul, he hurt the sport of boxing because he ain't have a great outing. He said Floyd Mayweather hurting the sport of boxing because he fought a YouTuber and he shouldn't put him out. No. You hurting the sport of boxing by being inactive. You're hurting the sport of boxing by not displaying your talents more often. You're hurting boxing. And see, so somebody should say, hey, champ, you're hurting boxing. GNSMK 357, what's going on, great brother? You're hurting boxing by not displaying your talent. You've been on the shelf for how long? And you've been on the shelf for all this time. And all I see is Gary Russell saying, and I love Gary Russell. And this is something I'll tell the Gary Russell off camera. Champ, you're doing it wrong. Because all I see is Gary Russell saying, Darnell Schaefer, what's going on? Jared Hancock, what's going on? All I hear Gary Russell saying is pointing the finger. Well, this person didn't want to fight me. Well, that person ain't want to fight me. Well, this person ain't setting the contract correct. And that person is avoiding me. So why aren't you publicly at more fights, ruffling more feathers, shaking the tree, and publicly letting it be known that you can't get a fight? And if it's the powers that be that are keeping you from getting the fights, then let it be known that it's the powers that be that's keeping you from the fights, because you not saying nothing doesn't help your situation either which way. If you out them and let it be known it's the powers that be that's holding me back. Who is the powers that be? Let it be known. The exact people that's holding you back, because you're not benefiting either which way. William Old School out there, my brother, what's going on? My brother James Kelly back in the super chat, dropping another half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. I know Bud is being bet by the media at this time. He will come through and surprise the boxing world. Ennis is going to shock everybody. Andre is going to shock the world too. I hope so. Don't look like it, but I hope so. I'll be optimistic with you. I hope so. Because we need them in the sport of boxing. But we need them to be active. Where's Demetrius Andrade? Where is he? Lloyd Price, what's going on? Where's Demetrius Andrade? They have spurts. Conor McGregor is always everywhere. Floyd Mayweather is always everywhere. Where's Demetrius Andrade? You had a spurt of Demetrius Andrade with the Canelo Alvarez situation, and he didn't capitalize on that momentum. He let it go. Good, bad, or indifferent. He let the momentum go. Where is he? Where is he? Where's Triple G? Why is he even allowed to continue to hold the belt? Where's the IBF? Where's the IBF saying Triple G, bro, you can't hold it. Goodbye. Give me the belt. Give me the belt. Mr. Riggs, what's going on? You're holding up the sport. Give me the belt. Where's Marat with the WBA title? Where's the WBA making a move on that? Where are they? But we complain about the WBA. Ray Jackson, what's going on? Why is the IBF allowing Triple G to still be the champion? Bro, what are you doing? No problem. We need that belt. Patrick Castillo, what's going on? Sinstrong TV, what's going on? So when we say, oh, it's Floyd Mayweather, it's Logan Paul, it's Jake Paul, no, it's you. No, it's you. Elvis Nardi, what's going on? Dr. Raphael Anson, what's going on? Right now, should there be even a discussion? We know he ain't fighting Teofimo Lopez. We know he's not fighting Teofimo Lopez. So should there even be a discussion to who Gervonta Tank Davis' next opponent be? No, there shouldn't be a discussion. It should be cut and dry. Hey, bro, we know Josh Taylor has a mandatory, but guess what? We're going to make him an offer that he's not going to mind stepping aside, right? We're going to make him an offer so he can step aside, and we're going to make the fight between Gervonta Tank Davis, Josh Taylor, and he gets the winner, so he gets paid twice. So we're going to make an undisputed match between Josh Taylor and Gervonta Davis. Two best fighters at junior welterweight right now. Two biggest names at junior welterweight right now. That's the fight we're going to make. And we know, what's his name? I forgot his mandatory name. Josh Taylor. But yeah, he had a promise. Hey, bro, we're going to give you $1 million. Zoomverse. What's going on, great brother? Right? We're going to give you $1 million, and we need your step. Floyd Mayweather's a billionaire. Sammy Boy Lim, what's going on? Bob Arum was with ESPN. They multi-billionaires, and Bob Arum was a multi-millionaire. Consolidated Planning, what's going on? Right? Floyd Mayweather's a billionaire. ESPN is a multi-billionaires. Bob Arum is a multi-millionaire. They can't come up with Marco Minor. What's going on? They can't come up with $1 million to give Josh Taylor's mandatory. Hey, man, we're going to give you $1 million to sit down and do nothing. And you're going to get guaranteed to fight the winner as the voluntary defense. Top boxing, what's going on? And then we're going to make Josh Taylor and Gervonta Davis, we're going to make that $1 million back 10 times over because it's going to be a super fight. We're going to make we're going to make that money back 10 times over. 10 times over, we're going to make that money back. And then we give you your opportunity after this big fight on free TV. On free TV. We're going to give you your opportunity on free TV. Aaron Butler, 262, what's going on? Now we're going to give you your opportunity on free TV. Lionel Witherspoon, he said Tank beats both. It doesn't matter whether he win or lose. The point is not if he'll win or lose. The point is to make the fight. William School on that, my brother, what's going on? The point is not who would win or who would lose. The point is to make the fight. After they make the fight, then we talk about who wins and who loses. After they agree to a fight, then we talk about who's going to be the winner and who's going to be the loser. That's when we talk about who's the winner and who's the loser. James Kelly, my brother, back in the super chat. Booba and Andre will mess up somebody's pockets. Canelo, Charlo, Triple G are avoiding of Andre. Possibility. But again, that's why we got Cottrell. That's his name, Cottrell, right? That's a possibility. For sure, he have all the skill set. But where is he? Elaine Kent, what's going on? Where is Andre right now? James Silver, what's going on? Where is he? It sounds good, but where is he? Why is he in that Texas at Jamal Charlo's gym? Marvin Pritchard, my brother in Super Chat. How do they make back the money on free TV? It's not free. It's free in the sense of we don't have to pay pay-per-view. We still pay a subscription every month. And the network and the platform is going to pay them out. So they're going to get paid. What I said was Josh Taylor and Gervonta Tank Davis on pay-per-view, when Josh Taylor fights Gervonta Tank Davis, they're going to make that $1 million back 10 times over. After that fight, they fight Cottrell on free TV. The network and the platform is still going to pay them. We just don't have to pay. Side of the ruler, what's going on? We just don't have to pay. We don't have to pay. The network is still going to pay them. We don't have to pay. But the money that they paid Jack Cottrell, to step aside, they're going to make 10 times over when they have the pay-per-view event with Josh Taylor and Gervonta Tank Davis. That's when they're going to make the money back. You following what I'm telling you? So they're not looking to make the money back when they fight Cottrell. They're looking to make the money back that they pay them to step aside when they fight each other on pay-per-view. Salute, Roy Bear. I appreciate you. When they fight on pay-per-view, they're going to make their money back against for paying Cottrell to step aside. See what's going on? You following what I'm saying? That's when they make the money back. AJ64, what's going on? Munir Godfrey, what's going on? So now, guess what? Robert Jaramillo, what's going on? So now, guess what? 12, I think it's 12 p.m. or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So now, guess what? Now, look at this. Now, come Sunday, when Tyron Woodley, a UFC fighter, steps in the boxing ring against Jake Paul, a YouTube sensation, Alfonso Corsi. What's going on? Let me wrench you up, Alfonso. Right? Everybody's gonna be like, man, I ain't watching that. That ain't real boxing. Why? I'm gonna give you an example again. Why is that not real boxing? Man, I ain't watching that. That ain't real boxing, man. So if somebody the level of Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford fought a low-level opponent, is that real boxing? If Gervonta Tank Davis fight a guy that you never even heard of, is that real boxing? Young Bruce, my brother, what's going on? Cassandra Mace, peace, bless, queen. How you doing today? James Kelly, my brother, in the back in the super chat. See my super chat. Yeah, I read it, great brother. I read it. I read your super chat. I read all your super chats, great brother. So when they fight fights that you can pretty much predict who's going to be the winner, are those real fights? No, it's just a form of entertainment. Just like it's a form of entertainment. James Silver said, because it's not really a boxer's fighting. Okay. So if Keyshawn Davis fought another guy that only has 4 fights, is that real boxing? Gerard Lunsford, what's going on? If Keyshawn Davis, he has what, 2, 3 fights in his career, 4 fights as a professional. If he fights another professional that's quote unquote professional and he only has 4 fights, is that a real fight? Is that considered a real fight? Michael Nelson, what's going on? Michael Nelson, look, you always trying to take away from Tank, man. I don't like that. Okay, Michael Nelson, let me ask you a question. What did I just take away from Tank? See, it's called paying attention, but it's actually free. So Michael Nelson, you said, I'm always trying to take away from Tank, and you don't like that. Cool. What did I just take away from Tank? Did I say Tank fights is not a real fight? Did you hear me just say Tank fights is not a real fight? Or did I just say Keyshawn Davis versus who's 4-0 versus another opponent who's 4-0, is that a real fight? Did I just say that Tank Davis don't fight real fights? Did you hear me just say that? Go ahead, good brother. Because you was quick to say that you don't like something I'm saying, but you clearly didn't pay attention. So now I'm asking you a question. Did you hear me say that Gervonta Tank Davis didn't fight real fights? Go ahead and tell me. And tell these rest of the thousands of people that's watching. Munir Godfrey, yes, sir. Yes, it is. It's about accountability. I agree with you. Go ahead, Michael Nelson. Tell me. Yeah, Aaron Butler 262. Yeah. I heard you discredit his fight all the time. What you said? Okay, you didn't hear that. So okay, what fight you heard me discredit? Watch this now. What did I tell y'all? We deal with too much emotion in the sport of boxing and not enough paying attention. What fight did you hear me discredit of Gervonta Tank Davis? Now watch how silly this is. Watch. Go ahead, Michael Nelson. Tell me, what fight did you hear me taking away from him? You said you hear me all the time taking away from his fights. What fight? If you hear me all the time taking away from him, then you should be easy to point out the fight. So which fight did you hear that? Go ahead. We waiting. Go ahead. All of them. You said he need to fight Devin, Tevin, and them. Anybody else, you always say they picking and all that. First of all, I don't even understand what you just said. And I'm saying that Gervonta Tank. Oh, so I said that Gervonta Tank Davis need to fight Devin Haney, and Gervonta Tank Davis needs to fight Tevin Farmer, right? Okay. And which one of those fights, out of all those fights you mentioned, right? Now, how come you missed the videos? You said, yeah, he does need to fight all those fights, because if he's the best, then you should want to see him fight the best, right? Okay, but was you here when I said that he's better, has a higher ring IQ and a better skill boxer than Manny Pacquiao? Was you here then? Or you conveniently missed that? Was you here then? When I said he has a higher ring IQ and a better skill set and a better pure boxer than Manny Pacquiao. Was you here? Did you hear that? And why you think about it? Derek Yimian, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, salute, Blue. I think I missed most of the live, but keep the foot on there. Oh, for sure, great brother. For sure. So this brother just said, no, but I heard you give his props on his IQ. I didn't take that from you. So if you heard me give him his props, then when did you hear me take away? You still didn't hear me. You still didn't mention nothing about me taking away. All you said was, I said he needs to fight the best fighters out there. So please explain to me. See, this is what I'm telling y'all. Emotion. So you don't think he should fight the best fighters? Now watch this now. Elijah James, you didn't say that before he fought his last fight. I didn't say what? No, because his last fight showed me. I mean, this is just simple mathematics, isn't it? His last fight, you're only as good as your last fight. His last fight showed me a whole different level. He unlocked a whole different level and showed us a whole different skill set. So why would I say that his last fight? He didn't do that before his last fight. Now, did he? So why would I say it when he didn't show us, he didn't display that? Please make sense. Why would I say that when he didn't display it? You're an idiot. And I can't even sugarcoat it. You just said I have to give the man credit in all his fights. Goodbye. I can't even entertain you. Goodbye. Not you, Michael Nelson. Elijah James. I can't even entertain you anymore. Goodbye. I mean, it just gets to a point where it's just annoying. It just gets to a point where it's annoying. You don't even make sense. Goodbye. Goodbye. David Velez, what's going on? You got to give him credit. I give him credit for all his fights. What are you talking about? I just said that in his fight with Mario Barrios, he showed us a whole different level. Everybody has levels. Everybody has different levels. Why would I say he got the highest ring IQ when he fought a guy and he didn't display that? What are you talking about? When he just plod forward and don't utilize the ring and just use his power like he did against Leo Santa Cruz. I said in the fight with Leo Santa Cruz, his ring IQ, he set Leo Santa Cruz up for the knockout. And Leo Santa Cruz took the bait. Did I not say that? That was his last fight before Mario Barrios. I said his ring IQ, he set Leo Santa Cruz up for that knockout. I said when you saw Gervonta Tank Davis go back in the corner, when Leo Santa Cruz was having success and he told his corner, I got him. I got him. He figured it out. He computed it, and he set Leo Santa Cruz up for the knockout. That's what I told you. But against Mario Barrios, he's faced more adversity in the fight with Mario Barrios. And in that fight with Mario Barrios, He showed it, the ring IQ. I said he has the top 3 ring IQ in the sport of boxing because of the adjustments he made against Mario Barrios. Real McCoy, my brother in the super chat, dropping that. Dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. The fact is, missing the Jake Paul actually trains as a boxer, and the experienced boxers is mad that novelist is defending the sport against a different sport and getting the bag for it. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, TDLC, they don't watch. That's the problem today's time. That's the problem today's time. We everything is instant gratification. Didn't watch. He didn't pay attention. People just don't listen. I don't understand that. I said that Mario, he showed his ring IQ against Leo Santa Cruz. He set that knockout up. He figured it out, and Leo Santa Cruz took the bait. I said Leo Santa Cruz threw 3 straight punches. The same punch Tank was baiting him to throw the same punch over and over and again, and he slipped the last one. The first one landed. He let it land. He let the first punch land. The second one, it grazed him. He knew he was going to completely slip the third one and throw the uppercut. Brooklyn Born, what's going on? And that's what he did. He slipped the third one and got him out of there. And Leo Santa Cruz did not know where he was at in the ring. He did not, his ring IQ wasn't that high. He allowed Gervonta Tank Davis to put him in that position, and that's why Gervonta Tank Davis got the knockout, because he had a high ring IQ. I said that against Leo Santa Cruz. So please explain to me, what are you talking about and where you get it from? James Kelly, my brother back in the super chat, he said, Blue Buzz, shout out to my boy, Nate Kinsey. Please, salute to Nate Kinsey, man. Salute, Nate Kinsey. Salute, Nate Kinsey. So, salute to you, Nate Kinsey. So, when you giving people, oh, man, what you want me to do? Overly just drool? Oh, man, he knocked out this guy. He knocked out this guy. Oh, get out of here, man. It's amazing. Amazing, man. I said he set up the knockout against Leo Santa Cruz. Marcelion Smith, appreciate you, great brother. Salute to you. Man, people just don't pay attention, man. Hey, man, you got to give him credit in all his fights. What? You probably didn't even see the first 15 of his fights. Big Lake Show, what's going on? You probably didn't even watch the first 15 fights of Gervonta Tank Davis. Name me the first 15 fighters he fought. You don't even know who they are. Elbow, what's going on? Don't even know who they are. Talking about you got to give him credit. Do you give him credit for those fights? You ain't even watch them. Didn't even watch them. I mean, you got to give him credit for all his fights. Did you watch all his fights? Did you support all his fights? Was you there? Jared Hancock, yeah, no doubt, great brother. I'm going to have the merch coming soon. Was you there? Man, dude's got to pay attention, man. Can't even name me his first 20 opponents. Name me his first 20 opponents. Can't even do it. Can't even do it. But talking about I got to give him credit for all his fights. I'm giving him credit for his fights. I said the man is one of the greatest talents in boxing. I don't see all his fights is at least 50-50. I never pick against him. I said they're all at least 50-50. They're all at least 50-50. That's not appraising him? How much more credit do you want me to give him? I'll say I only think that 3 people could beat Gervonta Tank Davis. I only think 3 people could beat Gervonta Tank Davis. That's Shakur Stevenson, that's Devin Haney, and that's Gervonta Tank Davis himself. And the Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney fights are 50-50. Officer Hernandez, what's going on? National champion, what's going on? There's only 3 people I think could beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Gervonta Tank Davis himself. And even if Devin Haney Shakur Stevenson fights are 50-50 fights. Of course it's funny, Michael Nelson, because you don't know nothing about boxing. That's why it's funny. So you when you don't know nothing about boxing and you're just a fan of one person, yeah, of course it would be funny to you because you don't know nothing about boxing. Shantuan, what's going on? Shantuan Bonds, what's going on, great brother? Does anyone knock him out? Absolutely not. I don't assume anything. I'm well versed in the sport of boxing, and I know the sport of boxing, and so the styles of Gervonta, the styles of Devin Haney and the styles Shakur Stevenson can beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Do I see anybody knocking him out? Absolutely not. I don't see nobody knocking him out. Their styles. Josh Taylor's style could give him problems with his size. Their styles. James Kelly, my brother in the super chat, dropping that quarter of a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. Blue Blood, if you don't hire me and my boy Nate Kinsey are going to start our own channel, you know I love you and Kurt and been trying to be a co-worker with you both. Shout out to my boy Nate Kinsey, friends for 30 years. Salute to you and Nate Kinsey, man. Augustin Delgado. He said, I'm a huge fan of boxing and you were wrong today. Okay, cool. Jeffrey Alexander, my brother in the super chat. Who should Boots fight? I want Jerome Boots Ennis to fight. That's a good question. Who do I want to see him fight or who he should fight? I want to see him fight Jamal James. I wanted to see him fight Jamal James. I called for the Sergey Lipinets fight, and we got that fight. I wanted to see him fight Mean Machine, but that didn't happen. I want to see him fight Jamal James. That's the fight I want to see. Or if not Jamal James, it's being reported that he's going to fight Thomas Delorme. That's a good fight. That's a good fight with him and Thomas Delorme. I also wanted to see him fight Yordenis Ugas. You know, I would love to see him fight Yordenis Ugas, man. Jamal James though is the fight, I think. No, I'm not in Ohio. No. Majid, I'm not in Ohio. My brother Derek Yimenez in the super chat again, dropping the dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. I want to see Boots fight Conor Benn. Me too. It's reported that Conor Benn is possibly going to fight Adrian Broner. I like that fight. I think Conor Benn, you know, that would be entertaining. Jerome Boots Ennis, Conor Benn, but I think they're going to stay far away from Boots Ennis. I would love to see him fight top boxing Josito Lopez as well. Jesse Vargas. King Third Eye Supreme, what's going on? What about Boots and Jesse Vargas? John Malone, what's going on? Any word on Big Baby? Jarrell Big Baby Miller? No word. Jesse Vargas, Josito Lopez, Jamal James, Conor Benn. I would love to see those fights. I would love to see him. Ray Jackson, what's going on? And Kid Lamb, what's going on, great brother? And Kid Lamb, let me rent you up. There you go. So that'd be the problem, right? Is that we don't pay attention. We just Virgil Ortiz Jr. is not gonna fight him. Victor Ortiz, no. Oh, you know another fight? Why not give us San Francisco City Slicker? What's going on, great brother? I'll be in San Francisco in a couple of weeks. Stocks and boxing, what's going on? What's his name? Oh, I would like to see him fight Mikey Garcia as well. Oh man, it just slipped my mind. Henry King, what's going on? Oh, Robert Guerrero. Why not? Robert Guerrero. Yeah, I'm gonna be at that Packer game. Yep, I'm gonna be at the Packer game, great brother. I'm gonna be at the Packer game. Tim Tszyu has been named WBO mandatory for Castano, but it hasn't been ordered yet. Mandatory is due February 22nd, 22. Wow. He'll beat Fortuna. And Fortuna's a 140 pounder. Oh, 135 pounder. My brother Pac-Man ATL Tay in the building. What's going on with you, Tay? What's going on with you, Tay? Salute to my brother Pac-Man ATL Tay. My daughter can come over here and say what? What y'all doing? Draining the pool?
Yeah.
We're taking gas from the tank, bro. Don't mind us. No.
Draining out the pool, huh?
It's getting cold now.
I don't know. It's 91 degrees.
It's 90 degrees, brother.
Damn, these mosquitoes are not playing.
Mamadou Mustafa Bey. What's going on, great brother? Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.4K. Who do you have in Warrington rematch? I got to think about that one. Javier Atwood, what's going on? Bobo said Law School Warrington. Mike J, what's going on? So, you know, we need to see the best fight the best. Point blank and period. That's what it's all about, man. Henry King, what's going on? Let me see if the historian want to come on, man. I know it's Friday. I know he had dialysis today, right? Corey Lorenzo, what's going on? He had dialysis today, I think. Yeah. Fatty Black, what's going on? I think the historian had dialysis today. Yeah. Roderick Johnson, what's going on, great brother? John Malone, yeah, Manny Pacquiao is seriously considering that rematch. L Dub Boxer, my brother, he said WO would allow the undisputed rematch if Charlo can get out of the IBF mandatory fight, but that's unlikely. That's the sport of boxing, man. That's the problem. Daquan Royster, what's going on? That's the problem. See, these, that's me, what's going on? That's the problem with the sport of boxing. Instead of giving us the quality fights and telling them, listen, we got to run this back, we got to get this rematch back, and now we'll go in, you know, we'll give y'all the mandatory. We gotta settle this big fight, and then the mandatories get their opportunity. But we got to settle this big fight. No, we'll go ahead and play these games. Oh, now you got to fight him, and you got to fight him. No, it should be a ruling across the board. Oh, this fight ended in a draw. They have to have a rematch. It is what it is. The mandatories have to sit on the shelf. Simple. The fight ended in a draw. Mandatories, you got to sit on the shelf and wait. We're sorry, but this is just the way it has to go. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. No. Everybody want to satisfy their own hunger. Well, you know what's going to happen? We're going to allow you to fight, you know, Tim Tszyu and the IBF, or we just going to stand on our square and demand that you fight. What are you talking about? Way more school on deck. My brother said, mark my words, Usyk is going to beat AJ. I don't see it, brother, but you could be right. Jared Hancock, my brother. Hey, Blue, I got a question. Did Canelo actually turn down $40 million to face Andre for undisputed at 160? No. 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 Marcus Forsett, brother. What's going on, great brother? How do you see Teo versus Tank ending? Tank by victory. I don't know if he stops Teofimo Lopez and knocks him out. Um, I do think there's a possibility. Renee Young, my brother Renee Young in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Renee Young. Actually, I think he would stop Teofimo Lopez. When Lomachenko was coming forward and putting pressure on Teofimo Lopez, it looked like he was going to get stopped. I think it was what, the 10th round? I think it was the 10th round. Looked like I ain't like his body language, man. Talib Cunningham, what's going on? I didn't like his body language. Robert Rich, what's going on? And if Lomachenko don't have nowhere near the power that Gervonta Davis has, and Gervonta Tank Davis has just as high of a ring IQ and skill set as Lomachenko, I think Gervonta Tank Davis would stop Teofimo Lopez because he's gonna come forward, man, and his ring IQ is high, and man, he'll put him in a position. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think Tank stops him. Great fight, man. That's a great fight, man. But I do think Tank stops him. I do. Manny Pacquiao serious about this rematch? Yeah, because he can't. Derek Jimenez, let me rinse you up, great brother. Yeah, he didn't, right, Derek? After that 10th round, man, he didn't like taking them punches, man. He didn't like taking those punches in that 10th round, man. His body language, I didn't like that, man. When he went to the ropes and Lomachenko was teeing off, and I'm like, bro, what? Who do I have between Lomachenko and Tank? Oh, Tank. I like Teofimo Lopez. It's a great matchup. But I'm just saying, from what I saw and his body language, man. Alejandro Villamil, what's going on? Lightweights stand a chance against Roberto Duran? None of them. None of them. None. None. None of them could beat Roberto Duran. Shamar Walker, what's going on? Especially not right now. None. They make mistakes. They too green. They not. Nah. He was a grown man at his time at 135. No, sir. They can't beat Roberto Duran. No. I think he may stop everybody. That dude is different. The best chance to beat him would be Devin Haney, but he got to stay away. He can't take no chances with Duran. None. You got to be a mover, a serious mover, to deal with Duran. B-Box, what's going on? You got to be a serious mover to deal with Duran. So Tank standing flat-footed in front of Duran? No. Teofimo Lopez in front of Duran? No. Devin Haney getting clipped like he did? No. Ryan Garcia, forget it. He don't even... I don't even think Ryan Garcia gets past 3 rounds with Duran. If that. C99, he says Shakur might be the only one. But even his body language in his last fight, he's real defensive, but man, Duran is different, bro. No, Duran is different, bro. No. Bro, he put so much pressure on them, man. Yeah, Ryan Garcia he don't even have a chance. It won't even be competitive with Ryan Garcia. It wouldn't even be competitive. Not even competitive. It wouldn't even be competitive. Wouldn't even be competitive. Derek Yemi has my brother back in the super chat. Blue, what you think about Haney moving to 140 since everybody avoiding him? And what about Dillian White versus Andy Ruiz? I love that fight, Dillian White, Andy Ruiz. I think Andy Ruiz is going to win the fight, but I love that fight. Dillian White makes too many making many mistakes. Andy Ruiz's hand speed and combinations in between exchanges, he'll get Dillian White. Devin Haney moving to 140, I like it, man. Only problem is I just wish that he could get officially unified and accomplish more at 135 before you go to 140. But no. Yeah, Daryl Johnson, let me give you a wrench. There you go. I just wish Devin Haney could get more accomplished. I'm not opposed to him going to 140. It's just a shame that he have to go to 140 to get fights. That is truly a shame. This dude has to go to 140 to get fights, man. That's a shame, man. That's a shame, man. That we have to consider him moving to 140 to get fights, man. That is bad. That's bad, man. That's bad, man. Salute to my brother Devin Blocker in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, salute at Blue Bud. I seen you grinding like 4 Jamaicans. Yeah, you know the grind don't stop, great brother. It never stops. The grind never stops, great brother. Blue, how long will you Ryan last against Boots? Oh man, 1 round. 1 round. Todd Smith, what's going on? 1 round, man. He can't compete with you. Ryan Garcia's. No, Ryan Garcia can't be no. He can't even be competitive with Jerron Boots Ennis. It won't even go around. I don't even see it going around. Haney versus Boots in the future? No, I don't see that happening. Boots will be too big. He's going to be too big. Too big, man. No, he's not Mike J. You're right. Alan Javier was going to do you Jerron Ennis beats Crawford? Yeah, he could beat Crawford. He has the skill set to beat Crawford. He has the skill set to beat Errol Spence. The only thing, physically, he can beat both of them right now. Physically, he can beat everybody. He could beat Jamel Charlo. He could beat Canelo Alvarez. But he don't have the experience yet. So I feel like he has to, it's hard to say. I don't want to say he has to feel adversity because he may not ever get there. It might just be an easy road for him. You know what I mean? But he has all the skill set to beat anybody. Anybody. Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, definitely the Danny Garcias of the world. Jamel Charlo at 54. He beats Jamel Charlo. He could beat Jamel Charlo. He could beat all of them. It's just that they've been there and they've done it. Can he deal with that? You know, Errol Spence gonna make adjustments. Terrence Crawford gonna make adjustments. When they make adjustments, mentally, can he make the adjustment? Physically, we know he can compete with everybody. He's young and hasn't been there yet. Can he do it? I wouldn't be surprised if he does it. But the question is, can he do it? You see what I'm saying? That's the question. He just needs the experience. He is a mixture between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, man. He's like, you know, he's like their created child or something, man. That dude is amazing. That dude is amazing. Boss Red 357, what's going on? That dude is amazing, man. I'm telling you. Ennis versus Wilder? Come on, great brother. Come on. That dude is amazing, man. You put him in the ring with Triple G right now. Be a bad night for Triple G. Bad night for Triple G. Put him in there with Triple G. Put him in there with Canelo. Put him in there with David Benavidez. It's gonna be a long night, bro. You know who give him, I think would give him the most problems? Obviously, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. But outside of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, you know who would give him the most problems? Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant, I think, would give him problems because of his size, his mobility, his slick. That would be a great fight, Caleb Plant, and he's big, you know. But you put him in there with Canelo, man. Put him in there with Canelo. Now, the experience factor. See, Canelo Alvarez is gonna stay cool, calm, collective. Canelo Alvarez has fast hands. Canelo Alvarez has a ring IQ. Canelo Alvarez could sue Brian Norman Jr. Wait, Brian Norman Jr. is at 140 though, man. He's not at 47. He's at 140. So you put him in there with Canelo, man, with experience. Could be a bad night for Canelo. Could be a bad night for him, bro. That dude, Gervonta Ennis, is special, man. He's special, man. Ennis was smack playing. I don't know, man. I think he would beat Caleb Plant, but I think Caleb Plant give him the most trouble. I think Caleb Plant is going to give him the most trouble. I think Caleb Plant going to give him the most trouble. Caleb Plant has a special skill set. He's slick. It'd be an interesting chess match. That's what that would be. It'd be an interesting chess match. Flow Kicks. What's going on, great brother? Ennis is too special, man. That dude is special, man. I just want to see him. It's exciting to me to watch his journey. Like Devin Haney, man. See, he's a bigger version of Devin Haney, but he's more versatile than Devin Haney and has more power. So this dude is what? 5'10", 5'11"? Bro, that's ridiculous. With a 74-inch arm reach? Bro. He's the same size as Roy Jones. He's the same size. Carlos Malagon, what's going on? He's the same size as Roy Jones, man. Yeah, PGH big dog, man. This is what Devin Haney's going through is unfathomable, man. It truly is, man. Yeah, Renee, he is definitely more aggressive because he's bigger and he's stronger. He has more power, natural. He has more natural power than Devin. Handle stick, what's going on? So yeah, he you know, he could, man, that dude is different, man. I'm telling you, man. A fight that I can't wait to see is him versus Gary Russell. Gary is Antonio Russell or Antoine Russell? Because that's gonna be like, it's gonna be like Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones in their prime. Because that dude is different too, man. Woof. He gonna outsmart and outthink everybody. That dude he's gonna outsmart and outthink. And you can see him fighting. You can see him thinking as he's fighting. He's like Bernard Hopkins. He's like Bernard Hopkins. He's like Bernard Hopkins, bro. He's gonna be a very difficult fight for Boots. Edward Stiff, what's going on? Man, that dude is different, bro. Him and Gary, they're gonna be that fight. Because timing beats speed. And Gary has great timing. Bobby Collins, brother in Super Chat. Salute, Blue. Can I drop the link to my sister and her friend channel? Of course, brother. You ain't got to ask me that. Bobby Collins, salute to you. Let me know what's the channel, brother. That's me, said Blue. You be wilding sometimes. What I'm wilding about? What I'm wilding about? Devin is not no. I never said that. That's me, brother. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? It's like I feel like I be going in and out. When I'm talking, do I be going in and out? Did I say Devin Haney is Boots? Did anybody hear me say Devin Haney and Boots is the same fighter? That's me. Where did you get that from? B-Box, yeah. Hey, bro, where did you get that from, bro? When did I say that? I just said that Boots is more versatile than Devin Haney. I said he's more aggressive, he's more versatile, he's bigger, he's stronger, has more natural power. So when did I say that they was the same fighter? When did I say that? Luis Cordova, what's going on? I said these two dudes are special. I didn't say that they was the same fighter. I said for me, Devin Haney is special, and I said he's special just like Devin Haney is special. I never said that they was the same fighter. When did I say that? I said that he's bigger, he's stronger, he's more aggressive, he's more versatile than Devin Haney. How did you miss all of that? Mark Stearns, what's going on, great brother? Where you been at, man? Let's put it in perspective. Master Lee TV, what's going on? St. Louis Mink, my brother, what's going on? Yeah, y'all be tweaking sometimes, man. My peopleizations, man. I said he's more. I said he's bigger, he's stronger, he's more versatile, he has more natural power. When did I say that? Somebody asked me Jerron Boots Ennis versus somebody. That's me. Somebody asked me Jerron versus Devin Haney would be a future good fight, and I said I don't think that'll ever happen. I never said that they was the same fighter. Leo Vince Smoke, multimedia artist, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. People hear a phrase and miss the point. Hearing and comprehension are not the same. Salute, Blue Bud. Salute to you, great brother. I just be confused, man. That's what he said. Leave me alone. Oh man, we family, man. That's why y'all be cracking me up, man. Y'all be cracking me up, man. Oh snap. He said, "Boo, you wildin', man." I'm not wildin', brother. I never said it. Oh snap. Oh man, I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man. And that's me. Let me rent you up, great brother. Let me rent you up. Mordecai the Great, let me rent you up too. Let me wrench y'all up. Robert Singleton, my brother in Super Chat. He said Jamel versus a prime Fernando Vargas. Oh, I'm going Jamel. Anthony Prince, what's going on? Mike J, what's going on? Mike J, let me wrench you up too. Last wrench of the day. I'm going Jamel. I never trusted Fernando Vargas in any fight. And then remember, we understood that he had unfair advantages. Like, man, he's a good fighter, though. He's a good fighter, but no. JB the Boston Fanatic, my brother, what's going on? Lou, you made a super fighter laughing boots and Haney. Yeah, man, I didn't. Y'all be having me creative fighters, creative players, and all types of stuff. Like, bro, when did I say that, brother? Bro. But I still love y'all. I still love y'all. Okay, King Bills, got to get up early tomorrow. I got to do overtime. Good night, Blue in chat. Salute to you, great brother. Enjoy your night. Have a great day tomorrow. Ja the Real, what's going on? Irvin Washington, what's going on? Appreciate you, great brother. Have a great day tomorrow, man. Enjoy your day. Get that bread. Got to get that bread. Devin Haney, 5'8", 72-inch arm reach. Same size as Floyd Mayweather. Boots is 5'10" and a half, 5'11" with a 74-inch arm reach. Wendell Jackson, I'm gonna wrench you up too, man. I like you, Wendell Jackson. There you go. So, JJ Martinez, what's going on? Who's the best ever, Ali or Mayweather? Pac-Man. Manny Pacquiao's not in that discussion, so we could go ahead and eliminate him immediately. I think Floyd Mayweather's career was better than Muhammad Ali's. It's very hard to say who was the best ever in the sport of boxing. I mean, we don't know because Muhammad Ali, Marco Sanat, I think Devin Haney will beat Tank. But it's a 50-50 fight, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tank won the fight. But, you know, it's hard to... Muhammad Ali, his prime, he lost a lot of prime years, man. He sat on the show, so that's unfortunate, man. So we didn't get to see a lot from him, man. So, Derek Yimiez, my brother, back in the Super Chat. What you think about Chris Colbert versus Ryan Garcia? I think Chris Colbert won that fight. I like the fight as far as entertainment, the build-up, but I think Chris Colbert win. I think he's more versatile. He has power. Ryan Garcia's flat-footedness would be a problem for himself because Chris Colbert is agile. Chris Colbert has a high ring IQ. He has a lot of power. He's accurate with his punches, and he's slick on defense. And I can't even see Ryan Garcia landing a punch on him. Not consistently, unless he makes a lot of mistakes. So I think Chris Colbert wins that fight. I like the build-up for it. Right, but I think Chris Colbert wins. I'm not high on Ryan Garcia. He's a good fighter, but when you talk about the best of that bunch, he's last. He's last. He's not better than Teofimo Lopez. He's not better than Devin Haney. He's not better than Gervonta Tank Davis. He's not better than Shakur Stevenson. He's not better than Chris Colbert. He's just not. I think he loses to all of them. But all of them against each other is all 50-50 fights. They're all 50-50 fights. HBCU Spotlight, he said Colbert is hype. Colbert is good. Chris Colbert is very good. Haney don't have knockout power, though. I think Tank knocks him out. You don't need knockout power to win boxing matches. We just saw that with your Dana Sugas. He fought one of the... Manny Pacquiao has more knockouts in his career than your Dana Sugas has fights. Your Dana Sugas has 31 fights and only 12 knockouts, and he just completely outboxed the power puncher in Manny Pacquiao. And it's not the first time it happened. Eric Morales just outboxed Manny Pacquiao in his absolute prime when his left hand was at his absolute best, and Eric Morales just outclassed him and outboxed him. So power is not everything. We see that on a regular basis, but yet we get enamored by power. Robert Singleton, my brother in Super Chat, got one for you, Blue. Boots versus Trinidad. Who you got? Jerron Boots Ennis. Easy. Easy. Trinidad too flat-footed. He put too much weight on his front foot. He's too predictable. He gets hit with uppercuts and combinations and a jab on a consistent basis. No. Jerron Boots Ennis will win that fight. Jada Real, my brother in Super Chat. I enjoy listening to your boxing knowledge, Blue. I appreciate you, great brother. Appreciate you. Ty High Life, what's going on, great brother? High Feed, what's going on? What does Haney have to do to get fighters to stop avoiding him? Nothing. He has to get us. Edward Stiff, what's going on? He has to get us to be the voice for him, and put the pressure on these fighters to make these fights happen, because it's amazing that this is happening to him. It's unbelievable, man. It truly is. It truly is. It's unfortunate and it's unbelievable. I can't believe this. This is bad, man. Bro, I got Taylor over Tank. What you think? I think initially I would favor Josh Taylor because of his size, but Gervonta Davis because of his size and the jab. But Taylor gives up his height at times. He makes mistakes, so it's a closer fight than I initially thought. But I would have to say Tank. Mordecai the Great, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, thanks, Blue. Been a fan of your channel for years. Boxing needs a voice like you. Hey, bro, we don't have fans. We just family. But I appreciate you supporting me. I appreciate the love, man. But we family, great brother. We just distant cousins. That's all. We ain't got no fans over here. That's all, distant cousins. That's all we are. Marky Dan 123, my brother in the Super Chat. Boots versus Floyd. Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, man. I never picked against Floyd Mayweather, ever. And won't start now. L. Thomas, what's going on? Oh, man, I was in love with boxing since I was a little kid, man. Very little, man. My mother knows a lot of people that's in the sport of boxing. She's not into the sport of boxing herself, but she just happened to have relationships with people in the sport of boxing. We actually live with, Howard Davis. So, he's an Olympic gold medalist. Y'all know who Howard Davis is. Lived with him when I was a kid. So I've been attached to the sport of boxing since I was a little kid. The problem is I've been attached to the football since I was a little kid, and I chose football over boxing. Football was more exciting to me. I like the uniform. I like the colors. I like the camaraderie. I like the, Deion Sanders, when he used to get dressed, man, and the swag and, the smell of the grass, and when you're sweating, how your uniform starts to conform to your body once you, get loose and so football was my thing. But now I look back, I wish I chose boxing. Mods, my brother in Super Chat, do you think Floyd Tank knew about the belt situation to force these fights? Nope. I think it came out of nowhere because of the pressure the WBA started facing. Nope, they didn't know about it. Jack Santiago, Trinidad get hit too easy. Yeah, far too easy. Carlos Malagon, my brother in Super Chat, there's no one out there for Boots, Big Blue. Yeah, there's no one out there that I see beating him. I don't. 817 Boxing B, my brother, where you been at all day? Picasso, why you don't got a wrench, Picasso? There you go. Jim Black, what's going on? I feel like if Tank beats Taylor, he goes top 5 pound for pound easy. Facts. Thank you, brother. That's what I'm getting at. That's a fight that's going to solidify them telling us that he's a pay-per-view superstar. He beats Josh Taylor, that's going to solidify. That's why I want the fight. Jason Smith, what's going on? That's why I want the fight. I played linebacker, middle linebacker, then I played corner as I got older. I had slimmed down and played corner. Salute to my brother, Bitch B Megastar, one of the best corners ever in the tri-state area. And man, I used to watch my brother Bish play semi-pro football and play corner, and I used to be like, man, I admired that. And guess what I did? I trimmed down myself, got myself down to like 178 and played corner. Man, I don't know why this thing is not charging, man. Spade up 36. What's going on, great brother? So, you know, I just see, man, I don't know what's going on with this, man. This is wow. So I just see the Josh Taylor fight solidifying Gervonta Tank Davis as this mega massive pay-per-view superstar. And I think this is the fight that does it. Andrew Reed, what's going on, great brother? And so when I'm calling for this fight, people are, man, you ain't giving him his credit. You saying he ain't do it. He need to do it. What fight in his career, John D, what's going on? If Gervonta Tank Davis fought Josh Taylor, what fight in his career would be bigger than that fight? No, I didn't get my laptop back from the airport. I'm in my car. I didn't get my laptop back. I'm in my car. What fight would be bigger for Gervonta Tank Davis? That would be the biggest fight in his career. You think Sweet Pete Whitaker can beat Manny Pacquiao? Yeah. Too slick, high ring IQ, boxer, southpaw, power. That's what Manny Pacquiao don't like. Great fight. I got my charger hooked up and it's just telling me my phone's dying. Like, it didn't even start charging. Like, what's going on, man? So, I'm calling for the fight because it solidifies him. It solidifies him as what they claiming him to be right now. You beat Josh Taylor, you become undisputed. You're a 3-division world champion. You're undisputed. You're Terrence Crawford with the star power. And then you got to look at it from this standpoint. Josh Taylor is a much more credible opponent than Julius Indongo. He's a more credible opponent and champion than Julius Indongo. Gervonta Tank Davis defies the odds and beats Josh Taylor, who's undefeated and undisputed, a legitimate British superstar fighter. He beats him, becomes undisputed at 140. Come on, man. Is there any doubt he's pound for pound top 5 best fighters in the world? No. Man, I can't even say he's top 5. He got to be top 4. He got to be top 4. Jeremy 2684 is coming on Monday, they said. He would guarantee himself as no doubt as top 4 best pound for pound fighters in the world. Man, it's raining out here. It's 9:30 at night and the ice cream man is going past. 9:30 at night, it's raining and the ice cream man is going past. What are we doing? Jamal Stafford, what's going on? Top 3, Blue. I would still have Canelo, Terrence Crawford, and Errol Spence above him. Because all of them could beat Josh Taylor. All of them could beat Josh Taylor. So I still have them above him. If Terrence Crawford is at 140, he beats Josh Taylor. Errol Spence beats Josh Taylor, and so does Canelo. So I still got him. I will have him top 4, guaranteed. Top 4 best pound for pound fighters in the world. And then you look at it from this standpoint, right? And you say to yourself, now he does that, right? And he beats them, right? Beats Josh Taylor. He's already the A side right now. Dean West, what's going on? He's already the A side, right? Right now, there's no opponent he's gonna fight that he's not the A side. Who could he fight that he's not the A side? Even he'll be the A side against Rampage Jackson. What's going on? He's the A side against Josh Taylor. Who would Terrence Crawford fight that he's not the A side? He would be the A side in any fight, right? Right? Imagine he becomes undisputed at 140. Do you know? Listen, people. Let me give y'all an example. He would become. Now, I said he would be top 4 best fighters in the world, right? But Gervonta Tank Davis would be the cash cow in the face of boxing. Y'all ain't following me. He would be the face of boxing and the cash cow in boxing. Why? Because he have more options. He has more big fights than anybody else. Marky Dan 123, my brother in Super Chat. Who got better hands? DeAndre Hopkins or Michael Thomas? To you, I got D-Hop all day. Yeah, I got D-Hop. I like Michael Thomas, but D-Hop hands is ridiculous. So, now think about this, right? Do you know he's undisputed at 140? Look at the options he has. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, still Vasyl Lomachenko, Too Stiff Rich. What's going on? Those are 5 mega fights after he becomes undisputed. And Regis Prograis and Mikey Garcia. Who has 7 options that are massive pay-per-view fights? Who? Not even Errol Spence has those options. Errol Spence don't have 7 major fights. Terrence Crawford don't have 7 major fights. Them together make for the biggest fight in boxing, but they don't have 7 major fights. He has Mikey Garcia. He has Regis Prograis. Now that Regis Prograis is not the biggest, but it's a big fight, right? He has that. Alex Martinez, what's going on? Right? He has Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, still Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia. Like, who has those options? Who has those options? Nobody. He beats Josh Taylor. He's the cash cow. Now you say he gonna make a fight with Teofimo Lopez. Do you know how big that fight would be after he beat Josh Taylor on pay-per-view? Let's say he beat Teofimo Lopez. Now I'm fighting Devin Haney. You know how big that fight be? You understand what I'm saying? And Gary Russell. And he got Gary Russell. So it just makes sense. Fight Josh Taylor, make it happen. Exactly, show UTD. They have more options. So it makes sense. That's why I'm saying fight Josh Taylor. You beat Josh Taylor, and you are the face of boxing. Now you control boxing because you have something nobody else has. You have more options. Alex Martinez, my brother in the Super Chat. Alexis Martinez in the Super Chat. Hiya. Blessings to you. Dion Folks, what's going on, great brother? Right? You have more options than anybody. Tariq Clark, what's going on? He said, this is why I subscribe to you. You speak nothing but facts. I appreciate you, great brother. Appreciate you. So, but then people tell me, oh, Blue, why you saying he got to do this? Why you say? That's why y'all don't understand boxing. Monkey Dan 123, my brother in Super Chat. I would pay 100 on pay-per-view to see Tank versus Loma. Facts. Do you know how big Tank versus Loma would be? He beats Josh Taylor, become undisputed. Like, he's undisputed. At 26. And legitimately beat the man at 26. Marcus Forsett, my brother in Super Chat. Hank versus Taylor right now. Is Haney ready? Yeah, he could beat Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor's big, though, man. He could beat Josh Taylor. Who's Victor Ortiz Jr.? The welterweight? Oh, you talking about Virgil Ortiz Jr. Trey Hampton, what's going on? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Trey Hampton. Why wouldn't it just make sense? If business sense. He could beat Josh Taylor. It just makes sense. Put him in there. He becomes undisputed. He's a 3-division champion. He's undisputed. And you put him in Atlanta. Come on. Who could beat Tank right now? 3 people. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Gervonta Tank Davis. Omar Hamilton, what's going on, great brother? And Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, because of their style, their versatility, their boxing mobility, their slickness, you know, their jab, they can frustrate him. That's why I say that they have an opportunity. It's still a 50-50 fight, but they have the best opportunity to beat him. If you're naming them, you're not going to beat him. Josh Taylor has a chance because of his size. Because of his size. The young folks, Shakur can't beat Tank. Okay. 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 Smooth 215 GG, what's going on? Haney can't beat Tank. Okay. Chris Adams, what's going on? Okay. No problem. Y'all misunderstand what styles means. Styles make fights. Denzel Horton, what's going on? Yeah, Gary Russell could beat Tank. Yeah. Wilbur Wilson, what's going on? I don't even mention him because I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Truth be told, what's going on? True Culture, what's going on? He said Tank don't hit hard enough. You don't have to hit hard enough. Does Yoriokas get your Danis Ugas just showed you, right? I mean, we just saw your Danis Ugas with 12 knockouts beat Manny Pacquiao, and y'all still talking about power. He beat him with a jab in the right hand, and y'all still talking about power. I don't get it. My brother DB in the building. Go subscribe to my brother DB. What's good with you, King? In the super chat, sending you some love from South Central LA. Peace, King Blue. Keep grinding. Salute to you, great brother, man. Salute to you, great brother. My brother DB. Go subscribe to my brother. DB, drop the link to your channel, great brother. My brother right there, man. Can't wait to come out in LA and link up. Can't wait. Yeah, people, Mordecai, people just don't learn, man. They still enamored with power. Your power, man. He ain't got enough power. What? I mean, how many times you got to see it that power can be nullified? Life Torres, what's going on? How many times we got to see that? Your Danis Ugas just showed you on Saturday with a double jab and a straight right hand and a right hook. No power. He didn't knock Manny Pacquiao out. All the clean punches, it didn't look like he was getting ready to stop him. All the clean punches he was landing on Manny Pacquiao, right? Double right. Manny Pacquiao got more knockouts than Ugas got fights. And y'all still talking about power. Okay. He said Tank is different. He's different from Manny Pacquiao, brother? Okay. Is never going to learn. Wendell Higgins, what's going on, great brother? Sean Richardson, my brother in Super Chat. I'm glad you finally agree with me, Blue. Tank versus Taylor, hashtag said it first. Yeah, that needs to happen. Oh, for sure, Dion, folks. Tank skill set and ring IQ is definitely higher than Manny Pacquiao's. Just a better PO box. He's just better overall, more versatile. But I'm talking about everybody just talking about power. Power. He ain't got no power. He don't got no power. What are you talking about? It has to do with skill set and how you deliver the power. Power is not everything. Power is not everything. Ron Tate Entertainment, what's going on? But I got to get off of here, my peoples, because my tank. Now y'all got me calling my tank. My phone getting ready to die. I don't know why it's not charging. But I got to get off of here, man, because it's getting ready to cut off on us. But I appreciate y'all coming through. Dorado Valencia, brother in Super Chat. I think Ugas did his homework and Pacquiao didn't. No, Pacquiao did his homework. Pacquiao is not versatile. He never makes adjustments. See, this is what we got. We got to just start calling a spade a spade. He don't make adjustments. He never has. So Ugas did his homework and Pacquiao was Pacquiao. He never makes adjustments. Ever. You've never seen him fight any fight. If he can't overwhelm you and he don't knock you out, he don't win. Unless the judges just decide, well, he won. Robert Singleton, my brother in Super Chat, how about Marquez versus Loma at 126? I'm Marquez. My brother DB, appreciate you, great brother. Mods, my brother in Super Chat, he said, do you think Haney and Stevenson can be perfect for 12 rounds? Because all it tank can end a fight in 1 to 12. Oh, for sure. Of course, they have the skill set, man. Y'all have to pay attention to Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Pay attention. You think people look at Devin Haney, his fight with Linares, oh, he got clipped and Tank hit him. Man, he fought in the pocket with Linares. He's not going to fight in the pocket with Tank. And so every time, so what's going to happen is Devin Haney fights Tank, and if he was to beat Tank, everybody's going to be like, man, that dude was running. Man, that dude was running. That's all y'all going to say. He's not going to fight Gervonta Tank Davis in the pocket like he fought Jorge Linares. Get that through your skull. That's not going to happen. So if you think that he's going to be just standing in front of Tank and giving him a target, you're sadly mistaken. That's not going to happen. Never. So you see him outbox him, then what the narrative is going to be, man, this dude was running, man. He was running. Okay. Just like I told y'all, when I told everybody Floyd Mayweather was going to win essentially every single round against Canelo as soon as the fight was made. Oh, no, Canelo, man, you saw Madonna was hitting Floyd, and this person was hitting Floyd, and that person was hitting Floyd. Okay. You saw when Miguel Cotto did to Floyd Mayweather? Canelo gonna do this. Okay. Okay. And how'd that work out for y'all? That's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hustle Big Boy, what's going on, great brother? Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.